APZ is in the house first. Hello, sister. Oh, I got a little bored and I got a little free time. I got bored. What you doing? What you doing? Okay, I got my straight talk. I gotta do straight talk. 45 minutes. Look at that. Straight talk, straight talk, straight talk. I just dug my other phone out my purse. I'm like, oh, let me activate this phone. I always forget, like, when the due date is to reactivate that phone for the straight talk, $45 a month. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? I'll get to that later. I guess because I don't be in no big hurry to activate it and turn it on. Oh, I want some. I want some. I love iced tea. I love it. Hi, Serena. Hello. How are you, sister? Yeah, I love me some sweet tea. Yes, I do. I had to turn the heat on in here, y'all. It was 67. It's up to 70 now. I'm going to get it up to like 78 in here. I'm like really chilly, but missing you guys. Y'all missing you guys. See, I haven't been on minding my business. Like, let me mind my business, but I'm like, yeah, you can find something else to talk about. However, Sharon Winbush is out there calling for you guys to go to call and contact the. Oh, it's 61. I'm inside and it's 61 in here, but y'all going to Homeland Security because a baby, and she said that she is calling out all the rats. Mm-mm. So I've been over here tickled pink about that. I was like, oh my God, this is something else. This is something else. But like, let me let them have their fight, and I'll be out here to announce who's winning and losing and who's gonna do what to who. Now, Bookham have not responded yet. Y'all know he probably cooking up something, or he'll be back to tell you people that he's been out filming, and I still ain't seen not one show that he was in or supposed to been filming for anywhere. If y'all got that, send it to me. I want to check out what the heck he been out there filming in. Hello, rated R love. Hello, rated R. Um, what's this guy name? I want you to check out this one guy and tell me what you think about his rapping. I think he's pretty good. I just gotta find it. Hold on. He's pretty good, rated R. It's like, okay, I'm feeling his beats. I'm feeling his quarter legs language. I was like, oh. Then I was like, subscribe. Let me just subscribe. So I subscribed to the channel, and I really liked his music. And I want you to go and check him out, though. Let me find his name. What is his name? What is his name? I definitely got my second phone is starting to run slow, but I'm still trying to hold on to it, y'all. Like, I'm not about to. I'm gonna wait till this phone totally crash. What is Oh God, I can't even get to history. Where's the history? Oh, I'm gonna find it and send it to you. I was saying it'll take me a minute to scroll down this whole subscribe list. Hello, Kalia sister. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, y'all. So I will be live tonight I think I'll be live. I should be live tonight. We got to go over this one episode on Pop That Balloon or something, right? It's one particular show. It just caught my attention. I was gonna come live with y'all this morning. What's poppin', friend? What's poppin', friend? This morning to do it, but then I was like, no, I'll be crunching. I'll be pressed for time. So I was like, no, let me not do that because then I'll be on here, da, 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 and I got to get out the store. And it was pouring raining this morning, but I think I'm going to come live. I hope y'all join me tonight. Turn on your notifications. I usually wait about 5 or 10 minutes before I jump right into the dialogue, but check it out. We got to go over that. I wants to know you guys' opinions. I need y'all to get engaged in this one because it was pretty interesting to me. It was a whole lot of bad signs, and of course, this is about relationships, right? I don't like to dive into people relationships, but since this is people that I don't know, will never see, or anything like that, right? I'm like, I think I want to touch on this. I want to touch on this. So, y'all turn on y'all notifications. It's most likely I'll probably come on, and so we can have some fun with this one. I also have to have someone here to put the disclaimer up, because I don't want to get copywritten for that one, but we'll try. We'll see. And guess what? Hey, sister. Hey, beauty. If I do, y'all already know I don't give a crap. But anyway, I'm not trying to, lose my channel or nothing like that. But I will try to be extra careful. But in the meantime, I need to come. I sending all of y'all out some hugs now. So I peeped in over there on that. Is it Davy Shabby Wade, Davy Wade, or whatever that boy. Remember the boy where him and he came, had something to say to Bookham pertaining to some things that Bookham was saying or whatever. David Wade, David White, whatever his name. Right. So I had saw as I was scrolling him live, so I was like, oh Lord, and he is a goddamn follower of that darn Krishan Rock. So here's what tickles me pink out here, right? And I get it. It's social media world, and you talk about what is being broadcast out here, displayed, et cetera, right? And you put your opinion on it. But when I tell y'all, I didn't realize that fan bases actually go this hard like this until I definitely started this YouTube. I'm understanding like this whole fan base shit, man, it's crazy. I don't know if it's the fans that's crazy or if it's the person that is being spoken about the craziest. I'm like, oh, this shit is cool. I just don't understand, and maybe y'all can answer it for me. How is it that someone like me, or you, Beauty, or you, Serena, or you, Cleo, is not caught up into the fan base trap out there with a whole bunch of stuff going on with your favorite artists or entertain? Why? How come y'all didn't get caught up in this stuff? Beauty, why I don't see you over there in the whole section of the Krishan section or is it like that or the blue section? Why I don't never see y'all? Why I don't see y'all over there in the Cardi B section or in the Glorilla section? Why? Why are y'all not normal? Do y'all know that normal people are out there as fan bases? Because they would consider people like us as, abnormal people. We're the crazy ones. I'm still trying to understand and grasp the concept. I, I like their music. I like their fashion. I like, but baby, I could never. It's just not in me. I ain't chasing you around. I'm not out here going to go after nobody or whatever about how you chooses to live your life. I'm not about to sit out here to try to, listen, fight somebody else over something. Man, this shit is crazy. I just want to know why y'all are not groupies? Why y'all not hardcore fans? Why? Why y'all not? Why y'all not out chasing these people around, buying all of these expensive tickets to the concerts and things like that? I know when I become a superstar, y'all better be there. You don't know them, cause I mean I know I know them from being out here, but yeah, I'm just saying, rated R. Who are you a fanatic fan to? Let me find out that you getting up, getting dressed, getting flight tickets over there, and you out in another sector fighting somebody over your favorite artist. So who are you? I don't have one like that. Is that a problem? Is it a bad thing to not have one? Cause, baby, the way this social media work and shit, you got to have you a fan base that you belong to. You say if they ain't from the '90s, you don't know the new artists. Okay, well listen. So first of all, I watched the crowd as it got, fanned out about Krishan boxing. Okay, that was it Martinez or whatever her name was, right? And I'm saying, well, I mean, okay, you buy a ticket, you go, you promote, you do the things that you have to do, but I mean, I watch boxing. I like literally would watch it, and I know we all got to start somewhere, but they was like really treat this girl like she was a real bona fide A class or whatever you call the boxing, however you class it, right? Because she was up there, and I was like, anywho, I when is her next boxing match? And when is her next football meet or something going? Because she's doing that too, right? But the girl ended up over at a Blueface concert or something like that. Now, watching the public as I'm engaging myself into I'm on the watchmobile, okay? I'm on the watchmobile. And I'm on this other side, they literally going at it because one is saying, well, you don't know if he invited her or not. And then the other side is saying, well, she just shows up and invites herself to this or that. Then you got the other side. What about her spirituality? And I told y'all she only half stepping with God and all it only works when she needs to be working for her. Things go left. Now, I'm looking at all three of these sides, like literally arguing amongst each other. When in fact there was no Krishan there. Krishan drops her Instagram posts or whatever she be doing, her little lives, and she closed off and she's gone. And then you got all of these people who are supportive of her, or some that is not supportive of her, is on the lives fighting. Don't don't that sound very familiar about this community, right? The subject at hand is nowhere around, right? Let's talk about R. Kelly. That's how I feel, rated R. But is it right or wrong to say that? Like, I mean, think about it, man. You rated R. We truly say how we feel. We gonna have about a good 10,000 Krishan Rock fan base on our I don't understand it. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm nosy. But I ain't sure in the hell ain't trying to go be arguing with you about somebody's damn life that I don't know and don't give a rat's about it. Ain't that's just not. So are we normal or are we abnormal? We're not fitting in with the norm of what's going on around here today, y'all. We the one with the issues. That's how they gonna look at it, right? So, but I'm watching this, and of course, everybody has their speculations about. them being together, right? She's on the bus and they still arguing about whether if that's the baby or not of Blue. Then they arguing about, she's still putting the man before, the baby and all of that stuff, right? It's like, I'm like, uh, can you imagine living your life around people that want you to evolve around them, and then they're making the choices for you of what you should and you should not be doing? I, I rated R. I think that a lot of celebrities, especially ones that you can tell don't have a consistent revenue from being professional in something. They jumping over here, they jumping over there, they got this going on, they got this going on, they got this going on. I think that, I mean, we can sum that up to realize that, okay, they it's time for them to get paid again, and this is the only way that they know, definitely, and can be consistently to get paid, is run to your fan base. Run to your fan base. But I keep like, well, what are they doing to give back? Well, what do they do? Put out this whole propaganda of what's going on, for you to assume what's going on in their lives, and then bam, they got it. That's it. That's all. But I think it's funny. I be cracking up. I be like, in the God, but Jesus crap is this? But my crazy butt be over here watching it though. But okay, like you said, who gives a MF, right? And I totally agree with you, because me watching the arguments, okay, I'm looking at her. Yeah, she's with a man, Blue. She's with a man that she done already slept with, fought with, been to jail over, whole bunch of stuff. Oh, okay, that's just her life. That's just it, and like you said, who cares? But everybody else cares so much about it, when the fact is, it's nothing that the public can do to change their lifestyles. They have to want to change it on their own, right? But so, like you say, seem to me that all this stuff be so script up. It's just about timing, when to bring it out here to the public. When to bring it to the public. That's the thing. I don't know. And I think that this is why a lot of people who have channels, on the level of like mine, and a whole lot of others, is because you ain't bringing the public that type of drama. So you're never freaking grow. The majority of the people out there wants that type of drama. They want that stuff. They eager, they die, they taste for it. One, it gives them a space in your social world to create your content, and have these platforms with people going back and forth, evolving around speculations and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck? But I was watching this one girl show, and I mean, she's the head of her show, and she identifies a person in her chat, and once she identify you, she calls you out. Now, how does she keep her content rolling and her platform interesting? Is she's sending you the link? Come on up. She say you got a problem. Come on up, because we need to address that. But she does it intelligently, until now the person comes up, right? The person has a difference of opinion according to her opinion about Krishan and Blue. But the minute that her opinion does not sit well, and it goes against what she's trying to press out there to the public, or persuade out there to the public to agree with her, oh, you know what? Because see, you up here on some crap, and I'm about to drop. And so then she drops the people. Now, what type of shit? What type of crap is that? What are you dropping people? But then you bring them up like you wanted to smoke, right? She was dropping the people down because it wasn't fitting her narrative. It wasn't aligning with hers. And I'm like, okay. But here's the thing. She keeps doing it. It's a repetitive process for her. This is how she keeps her live. And trust me, she's got people in there saying, "Well, pick me," and pick me and pick me. So it's strategizing how to grow your channel. But baby, the minute you start getting loud with her or whatever, right? She just, you got to go. You got to go. You say selling out for an identity that's not yours. It's very sickening. And you talking about some scientist needs to get out here and master up, mustard up something for this sickness. Listen, because this is one hell of a goddamn drug here. This is beyond craziness to me. We have the majority of people out here on social media that you would have never heard this type of stuff in the real world. You never come across this type of stuff, but it's the cameras, and I get that. You said think about Michael Jackson impersonators. They're all sick to know that it is Jackson that looks like Michael. That boy, you know what? Oh my God, rated. I thought that I listen, cause I saw that. When I'm saying like the red carpet, the whole package is like, okay, listen, he just played Michael Jackson. What are we going crazy about? Why are we filling this boy's head up this way? I peeped, I saw a little bit of that. I did. It does. It kind of makes a person who is not certain right off the back whether if Mike is dead or not or this or that's him at a younger age. So I'm like, I watched it. It's weird that they do that, and why do they do that? I don't know. I'm like, okay, just commend him. He did a great job, and I think he did speak on how did he feel about doing the movie, but I didn't stick around because I guess I didn't care. I guess I did not care. It's crazy. But that's what's going on with this whole Krishan them thing, right? And my thing is a person knows what they're doing, when they're doing it, while they're doing it. And nobody else can stop and try to make any suggestions or whatever. If you going to be there for that girl as they choose to be, other than what's his name, Davy, Sean Wayne, whatever was it him? One of them, right? Because he don't like it. He don't like the fact that yeah, there's a cat over the camera. How did you see that cat? Because it's a black cat. That's crazy. How did you know that there's a cat over the camera? Hmm. You like an Einstein, huh? Wow. I know it's a black cat. I can see the black cat over the camera. Rated R, don't you see that black cat over the camera? Oh, Jesus, funny. However, that was funny. But, so then I scroll some more, right? Like, okay, what's going on over here? Well, I saw. You think that she needs to sue him? Really? You think he needs to sue him? I don't think that anybody with an opinion needs to be sued, especially after the person displayed some things and opened the door for the opinion nation to come out here to opinionate. I just don't. Stop playing, Raider. You know you see that black cat over the camera. You know you see it. I don't know. I don't know, sister. I don't. I just don't see it like that. I feel like that also. I feel like that with almost a lot of performers out here. I feel like if you put it out here, it's been displayed. Um, I don't see where Sean Davy Wade is using it as malicious intent. He's just got a very strong, opinionated mindset, And I'm sure Krishan probably sitting over there in his family, like, who gives a rat's ass about what Sean David Wade thinks about what Krishan priorities should be? Because in retrospect of it, right? What if it was Sean Davy Wade, and how do people know that he doesn't have some things going on, but he just doesn't display a lot of stuff that's going on? So, oh, get off my screen. You say he be lying on her and her baby health issues are really bad. Well, okay, but I could have sworn I heard him say that. He was saying that, I mean, for him to not be sitting over there in a white coat and putting up some diagnosis about her baby, I think is vile. I think that if you don't hold a degree and specialize in some of those areas, that you should refrain from, doing so much about trying to diagnose somebody. I can't stand that. You don't have on a white coat, you know. So, but um, I am a witness to the spirit, fixing things that can be can be fixed. Because you guys know that I went through that with DeAndre. I meant Keandre. And look at Keandre now. Keandre is forming words. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. So, but if he is, he is. But maybe she will. Maybe if a lot of them won't though. APZ, because it costs money to do that. You got to spend the money to make the money, and some of them just like, nah, yeah, whatever. We'll just let him have his way. But also, it keeps that person alive out here. If people are not talking about her and she dies off, then what? So it's like three different methods of how this shit is working out here. But I was also peeped in onto this whole freaking this chef Mila stuff came down Instagram, right? And I was listening to that, y'all. And I'm like, why would she come out and put what appears to be a subliminal message about um, a situation that occurred allegedly of the same manner of event happened to her that it happened to someone else? And I was like, who? Because she wasn't saying no names, all indirect ass shit, right? And I don't know if she was talking about Cardi or not, but she was like indicating that, okay, well, you know what happened to you in the delivery room. I'm like, you were in a delivery room? Like, how do you know what happened in the delivery room? Or did the Stephon Diggs come back and tell her about a conversation or something that went down in the delivery room? I'm like, how does this work? Now, it does make a whole lot of sense if, doing this trial thing and it ended and he, like, wasn't no charges or nothing, brought against her for lying on a stand or something like that. It's like, just walk away. Just walk away. But this chef just will not walk away, y'all. She wants more action, but she doesn't want the action to involve her. I think that she's looking for something to come out much bigger between Stefan and Cardi. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Now, I think she should have walked away. She probably could have got her chef relationship stuff hooked back up with him long as she, went off and went quiet and she could like keep meeting him in secluded areas where it's just him and her and they could have their cooking sessions into private and then she could be still getting paid. That's what I think. So, but honey, that was a hot mess. That was a hot mess. But this other one, I'm going to save for later on when I get home, see how I feel so I could go live. And y'all going to have to join in on this one because this Pop Your Balloon session here, I got to talk about it. I got to talk about some do's and some don'ts, y'all. But I'm going to heat my food up while y'all think about what y'all want to talk to me about for the next 15 minutes while I eat. hmm That's what I'm going to do. This section over here be so freaking bored now. Y'all boring. Like, boring. I don't understand why. No, I ain't got all the big screen popping and all the arguing and the beef and stuff going on. But Jesus Christ, y'all just be sitting there, don't want to talk, don't want to have a conversation, you don't want to do anything. Now, when I up and leave, I don't want to hear no crying out here from none of y'all. None of y'all. Because I could be sitting on here mumbling. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Now, y'all won't tell me what y'all think about Sharon Wimbush over there and all this stuff about calling the Homeland Security. Are you driving? Okay, because that's understandable. I was driving too yesterday when I popped in your live. Um, so I understand that, and you know what? I can't be doing that though, rated R, because all I got Allstate be tracking, and I put it on there, the tracking thing for good driving, to help with the good driving record because of Coda Bear. Like it left me no choice, right? I don't be wanting them to track me. So let me tell you, one time they did send a message, right? And I was in the car. I wasn't driving. No, no, no. I wasn't in the car. Nope. Let me take that back. Wrong story, right? I was in the truck on the passenger side. Now, the reason why I agreed to this program is because it knocked my auto insurance down quite a bit to have Dakota on for full coverage, right? Yeah, y'all got the right Homeland Security. Y'all done. Uh, But rated our peep game on this. Hold on, let me get my food. You got peep game on this. Okay, peep game rated R. But let me tell you about this insurance thing, right? So I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So Allstate sent me a message. You know, well we got you. You know, and your speed is excessive. It's like 95 and something something, right? Now, mind you, I wasn't driving. You know, and so this is the thing about this darn program, right? Y'all can't detect that. All you're detecting is that, yeah, I have my phone with me, but that doesn't mean that I am the one that's operating the vehicle. I'm in a total different vehicle, so y'all can't charge me with that, right? Like, wait a minute. I had to get it all state butt about that. Y'all need to fix your program. Cause I'm not driving, so it's not affecting nothing about no driver's record or nothing like that. Somebody else is driving, or, you know, I might be driving sometimes, and I'll have Coda send a text to so and so. You know, when that's when she's in there, but most of the time you can also, say Google, and it'll open up your phone or whatever, say send text, and then you can send a text. So I could do it that way, but sometimes I'll be forgetting about that way. But peep game on this one here, rated R, which got me confused. I'm gonna have to drop the link for Sharon Winbush because I need to know some things, right? Because her argument and her research and her orchestration and her aligns with how I see kaleidoscope sometimes, right? Meaning, granted, under her investigation, she feels that these particular type of people, needs to be investigated and reported to Homeland Security, right? But also, as she's dialoguing this up and out here for the people to do, right? You guys go do it. You guys go do it. If you continue to get, reading in her indictment, right? This I'm calling an indictment or motion. Let's call it a motion, right? How come she has in there about what they did, not only to R. Kelly, allegedly, right? But then she also has in there like what they did to her. I'm like, you know what, y'all people gonna need to learn to separate these goddamn stories. God, what I mean, she said they spent 7 years or something like that, with Bash, her doing that. That's kind of crazy to me because it ain't been 7 years ago. Bookham come out and said that he had been on the phone with her multiple times, and she has been over there comfortably. I think in a conversation with Drunken Larry at one time, if I'm not mistaken. I think that him and her was, or am I mistaken? Rated R. Can you tell Google yes or no, and send it to Pat? Please. At one time, I honestly do believe that they were in a cordial, communication. They were communicating cordially. So, it wasn't a whole bunch of beef or nothing. Playing victim for what, though? They're not the one that's locked. Oh, playing victim so that Homeland Security don't address them. But don't. Okay, so she's trying to get a formal complaint into Homeland Security. Okay, we got that. She want them to start a case on investigating these people, right? Now, who does Ryan Chabot work for? Which entity? Homeland Security? Is it Homeland Security? Because he was obviously up there on the big stage. Now, what if you file your complaint and it get into the hands of Ryan Chabot? Because you know that they're going to have some R. Kelly name and stuff up in there. And he going to be like, oh, yeah, I already know this case. Is that involving all of them goddamn people out there on the YouTube street? Here's my thing, though, Rated R. He said that he done been on the phone plenty times with Sharon. Why wasn't she sharing years ago? That's where I'm going with this, though, Beauty. That's where I'm going. He said that. But he said different things. He said a whole bunch of goddamn different things. She this, she that, she this, she that. Well, I don't know. I think that if these people have did some things to Sharon Winbush, that Sharon Winbush should file up her own complaint to deal with it in the matter of her versus the YouTube people. I don't understand how R. Kelly name need to be involved in that complaint. I really don't. I don't. I don't. I don't understand that. And it's the same way that I don't understand, with Kaleidoscope having, her situation involving the Bosky gun, whereas who R. Kelly needs to be involved in that. I don't get that. You better not say that out loud, because they swear they all for some R. Kelly. That's what they say. It was for R. Kelly. See, I can assume that they're not because of some of the things that comes out their mouth, like things that they say about the protests. Like, really? Mind you that was mostly women down there. So you think all of those women took the time out their day. I'm going to say this too, and it'll probably start some shit, but I don't respond to what I don't want to respond to. Galatians sits over there with Booker, and she hear him saying all of this shit, right? She hear Kaleidoscope saying all of this shit, especially about downtown Chicago. Y'all do know Galatians was down there, right? Huh? Now, Galatians may have had her some problems or so with Dubosky, but that's been pretty much everybody out here. I'm talking about the truth of what went down there. And she was down there too. I think that's the funniest shit ever. I think that that's the funniest shit ever, that they, well, especially Bookham, would try to sit up, or Kaleidoscope, and sell this shit out here to the public about downtown Chicago, and they moderator was downtown Chicago. I'd be over here laughing my ass off. Yes, Beauty. Yes. Yeah. That's her. But the word on the curb after departure time came out that, I don't know, allegedly Bookham had sent her down there to spy. I didn't get that feeling. I talked to her. She was coming all the way from Mississippi or Alabama, somewhere down there. Leaving work, drove our ass out, made it just in time. But yet then, she was down there, y'all. She was down there participating. Now, here's the thing of where I'm going with this. And I know for 100% fact, just like most of y'all know. How is it that you can sit up just because you wanted to? See, that's what I'm talking about. Integrity. Man, shit, people lack integrity. And don't get it twisted. I liked Galatians. I really did. I thought she was a cool person. I really did. But, unfortunately, I had to kick her on over there to the curb. Fuck out of here. Integrity means a lot to me. So, um, she sit up in there and she knows like the shit that they. But I get it. It's not her place, right? So I understand and I get that too. It's not her place, but however, it's like the people that's speaking on it and trying to put malicious intent to it. Hello, the girl is a model, y'all, that I sat by, that I know, that I met, that was downtown Chicago. That's why I can't take this shit serious. You say there's not too many from the R. Kelly cycle that I follow, girl. Thank goodness for that, because you'll be like me over here, honey, laughing at this shit all day. But Sharon Winbush is on the warpath. She mad at them now. Bookham has not responded back yet, but Kaleidoscope responded back. Laughing and sarcastically performing, like who's going to jail? Who's going to jail? Who's going to jail? You know what? It is an actual fact for the people that does have too much damn time on their hands throughout the day. They have too much time on their hands. They're not kept busy enough. YouTube is the life. YouTube is the life, honey. It really is. And y'all know what? Don't be mad at me though, cause I listen. I be laughing my ass off behind the scenes. Like, look at this shit here. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. But I want to know what Sharon Winbush is really about to get out of this. What? Everybody who was somebody out here that was doing whatever has literally poked so many holes into this situation pertaining to the people, not R. Kelly, but the people, right? And nobody has actually survived the real story or had any conclusion to it. No. She may be doing some good justice with it helping the Bosky story, right? She may be doing some good justice to helping him and getting the word out before his book dropped about who was who and what was what and why they did it, and how it ended up landing him in jail. So, but I'm gonna tell you this, boy, I really believe that they would shit their ass pants if they ever got paperwork to report to court. I think Kaleidoscope would. But I know she know that she's not going to ever be there, and that's why she rebuttals back the way that she does. And why do I think that? Oh, because they all in the cahoots together. They all in the damn cahoots together. There's not too many from Faces back then. Faces is doing good over there. She be getting her some interviews, even though I don't know none of them people who she be interviewing. Building. I don't know them people. And I know you shouldn't have to know them, but I do always go over and I'll give Faces a like for, her channel. Yeah. Some of the people from your chat back then, and I really felt was here for the right thing. I do. That totally. I think when we first started out and we had these people in this chat, I do. It felt so genuine. It felt so freaking genuine. But then, of course, Bookham does what Bookham does, which is come out and try to post salt on, on this and on that, and like I could tell you one live. I don't play it because it has JoJo in it, right? Where Bookham was in the chat and we were discussing something, and Bookham was up in there just going off on me. His, like I say, his whole agenda. I'll give that point to Sharon, right? Was to be out here to destroy as many channels as it could so that he can be the last man standing with, with the content. Are you talking about when she was on the R train? Wait a minute, who we still talking about? Galatians? Now the petition has met its goal. No one wants to. No, that's facts. That's facts, rated R. That's facts. And here's the argument against that, rated R. Here's the argument. I guess I could call them the ops two. Ops two or two ops. Right? Their argument is you do your own thing, I do my own thing, because this is my work over here, and nobody's taking all of my research, and then I do all this hard work. That's going to be the argument, okay? You'll never get the go along to make it happen by saying, oh, damn, y'all know what? Go check out that petition. That petition has hit 1 million. If you have not signed it yet, there is still time to sign it. That's amazing work. That petition did not just get ghost signatures on it. Those are not ghost writing signatures on there. Those are real freaking people signed that they have no interest. They have no interest, guys. They're not going to be able to take any credibility for that. And they don't even do that. They only want to be recognized and credited for what they have done, not what somebody else's or even have the remote intentions to even join together. They said they over that. You said no, the people that were in the chat when Dana was on Facebook. I don't remember all of the people that was in the chat like that, however. This is what I thought about Phases when she did that live, right? Because, of course, I got an invite. And to me, her resume spoke for itself, right? Like, she was a married woman. She had a child, or if not, I think almost a preteen back then. So you got to ask yourself, would a person come out here to get themselves all wrapped up inside of this stuff that can cause damage to their marriage and things like that? So I looked at Phases as a stand-up person. But then, now that I'm sitting there and I'm listening to the Q&A between her and Bookham, I have to say Bookham brought the bull crap. Bookham brought the bull crap. All that goddamn snickering and I'ma go here, I'ma go here, I'ma go here, I'ma go here. But then, because Phases had a close relations with Dr. Rogers, right? And now Dr. Rogers and Bookham is not eye level anymore. It was like, okay, so he add her and drag her down. Phases. So Phases was getting the interviews. Was she not? Was she not getting the interview? Agree, Beauty. It wasn't her. It was, we agree. We are 100% agreeing together. It was the people that she gave the platform to. Exactly. Kelly and many others have and still being scammed in the most extreme ways. Well, Rated R, let me ask you this. Give me your perfect, honest opinion. What is it that R. Kelly has to be scammed of? I already know that's right. See, that's why I love Mr. Rated R. Rated R be making me laugh. Now, I love laughter. And he'll be on that whole upset, angry ass type shit. Sit with Rated R all day. Him and I both would be probably cracking up in tears. Talk about this shit. You say you ain't gonna speak on Carolina. Well, that's fair enough because she is not out here anymore. But Dr. Rogers moved in a certain way that quite a few other people moved out here as well. I mean, her background stood for itself. And I told you guys that I met them downtown Chicago. Um, my first time meeting Dr. Rogers and the sisters, they were on Michigan Avenue. And I was picking up Imp from the bus station. But I still had time to get to the bus station. So I pulled over and I got out because I recognized him, introduced myself and all of that and everything. And then that was the day that I was told that they were there for a meeting with Greenberg. Okay? Greenberg would be pulling up in a few. Oh, okay. Well, I said, well, I'm waiting on a sister of mine who's coming to the meeting at the protest, right, to get off the Greyhound. I'm going to go pick her up. So Greenberg pulled up in the same drop top. I think it was gray. I don't know if that was a Mercedes drop top or BMW. I really didn't look that hard. And they got in. That was that with that. I don't know enough about that because I left. They left. Now, what was suspicious a little bit, I guess, now thinking back at it, Dr. Rogers, is this the first time, I don't know, that the sisters were meeting with R. Kelly's attorney? No. Maybe it's suspicious that they, out of all of the dates, because they were coming to the rallies, to the protests, right? Now, what's weird or could come off weird is that they picked that day to meet with the attorney out of all of the days, the date of the rally. Maybe that's can come off weird to somebody, I guess. Oh, absolutely. You said you ain't gonna speak about it in the chat. Well, I don't give a rat's ass about this shit no more. So you know what I'm gonna say gonna have to come out because I really don't give a damn anymore. Not only that, like I literally like talked to Dr. Rogers quite a bit, and boy, these people you be hearing out here on this microphone. Listen, don't think that the honey. What I say she was talking about, girl. Girl. Oh shit! So I found it funny how everybody, Dr. Rogers gone. I ain't style, and I don't care if Dr. Rogers do come back, right? So it is what it is. Well, not tell you people be out here and they, and Carolina and Dr. They be saying her name, girl. I be over here. I be over here, honey, in a terrible deep laughter. Like Dr. Rogers ain't told you no shit that she ain't told nobody else, and then what she done told about, she done talked about your ass too. I be like, don't flatter yourself. Don't flatter yourself. Oh, you know about your ass. Hi, Purple Purple. Hope you're having a good day. You say, yeah, tell me behind the scenes because we don't want you to get caught up in the crossfire. But you know I can handle the smoke. And not my sister. They come after you, then I'm going to have to turn up. Then I'm going to have to come back out. So, yeah, you tell me behind the scenes because, honey, when I tell you I know a lot, well, girl. I'm just not the one to repeat so much. I don't care. Like, no, and I like to leave people to think that what you talking about is the truth. That's your truth, and that's her truth over there. Y'all have your truths, cause I don't get no rats. But baby, that's when and I've shared that story long time ago. I met them ladies, the sisters and Dr. Rogers, and they came off well. I mean, here's the thing with phases, though, right? There's no way that I would say that phases was ever, intertwined in quite a bit because you didn't phases wasn't down there. You say yes, hanging out with my. Are you hanging out with your baby? That's good. Oh, girl, purple, purple. Honey, listen, my patience, honey. Girl, I think I might have had my grandboy uh, about 3, 4 hours, and I was over there like, when y'all mama coming? when y'all mama at? Y'all got to go home. It feels like purple, purple. Let me ask you, do you th- do you think that I feel like that or I do that? I react that way now because my time and my days is like short. Like I gotta go to work. I could see if I was retired and I'm sitting around and you know what I mean? Do you think that's why I be doing it like what? So then my daughter be like, Mom, they was only over there for such and such hours. I don't give a damn. I got shit to do. And of course, we're talking about Keandre. We know Keandre is disabled. Keandre has to have a certain attention quite a bit throughout the day. And you say no. Oh, so I, I mean, do you have some grandkids? I guess I should ask. Do you? I mean, it's kind of the same with your own child, though, right? Because sometimes I have to tell Coda Bear that too. If we get up Sunday, if she come home, and now it's finna be even worse. I mean, not worse, but it's finna happen to me because it's summer now. So the school is out Wednesday for her. So now I can, Mom, let's go to breakfast, or Mom, let's do this. No, Purple. Look at it like this. Okay, so I get up, I run around with Coda Bear. Let's say 4, 5 hours after day. Okay, now I'm the one that has to go to work. I got to sacrifice more time and energy throughout my day. And guess what she get to do? Go in there and lay down and go to sleep. Is that fair to me? That's not fair to me, Purple. So I get a little mad. Purple, I be mad, girl. I be like, listen, y'all want to do this all the time, but as soon as I have to go in to go to work now, y'all got y'all feet kicked up. Y'all over here with the remotes in your hands. Y'all just cold chilling. No. So some of that just changed a lot of me, a lot of me. And I know it have, and I know we're supposed to enjoy every freaking moment. Purple, purple, don't get me wrong. But honey, once I get done doing what I'm doing for all of them, I'm trying to tell you my day is still going on. And their day is now sitting down, feet kicked up, relaxing, watching TV, doing what? No, I feel like I'm being cheated or out of my. I don't know. I feel like I'm being cheated. I don't think so. And purple, purple. It's really hitting differently now because I don't have no kids at home. I don't have no more babies. I know we ain't never done. I get that, but I want to operate it intermittently, like on my time, not like, like my daughter, right? Now, she kept the two little girls with her. She kept Emmy and Emerald. Okay, that's fine. Well, just watch the dog. You see, y'all saw me online. And Kiwan, he'll go in there and just play the game all day, which he did. Then Keandre, and you know what it was for? Hmm. She wanted to go and see. It's this elderly lady that has been in her life um, for some time, right? It's the girls' grandparents, and they do stay a distance. Folks, she's like, well, she want to go down there. Then they want to see the girls, and she doesn't leave them alone with them. She sits and she stays with them. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, when will you be back? And first she says, well, I don't know, but I'll try to make it quick. And then quick wasn't that day, Purple Purple. So I called her almost that evening. She goes, well, I mean, we decided to stay over till Sunday, so I'll be back Sunday. I'm livid, Purple Purple, because she literally just took the rest of my night from me. You just took my early mornings from me. I don't like to get up early. Either on I'll pick what day. It's either Saturday I might sleep in late, or it might be Sunday that I might sleep in late. I flip flop, right? But however, I want to be able to control that and make that my choice. But now that I can't, because you went somewhere, you told me this, but then when you get there, now your plans change, and now it's screw me and the rest of the day of my plans out. So now, you know what, Purple Purple, yeah. So with all of those things, they add up, Purple Purple, and it makes me more and more and more okay, you're gonna get less time. The only person that I will not give less time to be honest with you, is Keandre. I don't Keandre get all my time. However, it's some days now where because my schedule has picked up and I added some more things to my plate right now. It takes up a lot of my day. But other than that, girl, Purple Purple. And I don't know. And I'm trying to leave off the fact that okay, that you're getting older, right? And we know the older we get, the less patience that we may have, or sometimes. But I try to do that, Purple Purple, but I think because she don't get to go as frequently as she would like to, with the babies and the dog and stuff like that, right? It's the minute that she can, she just takes advantage of it. She gonna come up with something, Purple Purple. I kid you not. I had a flat tire. Oh, I got distracted. And she gonna come up with something. That's the middle one. The middle one, girl. I'll be like, okay, Nisha, I'm gonna come up with something too, and you ain't gonna like it. But at this point, I don't do it for her. I do it so that I can get the time in spent with the kids, girl, because she know, honey. I don't know about you, Purple Purple. And don't get me wrong. I love my kids to the moon and back like everybody else, and they are top priority in my life, right? But I will cut they asses off so fast, girl. Please, they know not to play me. They said, don't bite the freaking hand that feeds you. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So, she'll try it. And there's been plenty of times where I didn't listen. The girl cut off, she over there boo-hoo crying. Then she gonna want to call the oldest one, talking about some mama tripping. Now, I don't even ask, I finally ask, well, what did you get out of doing that? What did you get out of telling T that I'm tripping? You tell me what is it that T can control about my money and my time. When you come up with the answer for that, then holler back at me, because you or T can't control a darn thing about what I have and what I'm doing in my time. But that's what she like called T. Trying to, what T finna do to me? This is mine. This is my life. This is my time. I just be tickled pink watching that stuff. And she do stuff like that. Like, oh, I get it. You want to psychologically what get T all into her feelings was, well, yeah, she did me like that and then. So now y'all finna be talking about some old ass shit probably when I whooped your butts when you was about 5 or 6 and now be back mad at your mom and don't talk to me for about 5 years. I don't give a rat's ass. And that's how I am. Purple. That is exactly how I am. Sometimes you got to make people realize just because you got what you got, or you're saying the things that you want to say, and you want to build up this wall up against it. I'm like, I ask yourself, what I'm finna lose? What is it that I'm about to lose? Nothing. Nothing. All the time, purple. And what does it matter? What does it matter? And I'm not the person that likes to talk about old past. For what is it gonna do? What is it supposed to make me feel some type of way? If I wasn't celebrated it or cried about it then, I ain't trying to hear all that old ass story shit. Purple. I don't even pick up photo albums like my mom be, look, I don't want to look through the photo albums. I don't care. I don't know if that's a good or a bad behavior. I don't know. I like what's current. I also like some past stuff, but I don't like to indulge myself or try to, resurface memories from 30 years ago. I don't know about that shit. And if you asking me though, purple, if I have to tell you something about 30 years ago, I promise you, I'm gonna lie about it anyway, cause I don't remember the shit, so I gotta make up half of the damn shit. I had to sit over here and tell you that Uncle Raj hat boy, yeah, blooper. Cause I don't know. Oh, I don't care. But that's how my girl, they will sit over there and talk about so much old crap. I'll be like, really? Mama, you remember when we was trying, I think it was an ice cream truck, came back quite frequently. And all the kids, this, so I would give them enough for, they snow cone or whatever they want to do. But then, this ice cream truck, like, literally sat there on purpose. Like, you done serve the kids up over here. Go to the next block. What are you still doing here? So I promise you, it would be like 30 minutes or so later. I do. You could hear the ice cream truck all the way to the basement. Or y'all do. Girl, here come Nisha again. My get some of my get the ice cream. Get the ice cream. And I'd be like, if you don't go sit your behind down, so then, now she conjures up her little story and whatever. Her and T group up together, and she mean. She don't care about us. And she doing this. I'll be looking at if you don't get the hell on. But this how they was working towards me, girl. That's how they play me. That's how they would play me. Definitely. Mm-mm. If T couldn't get it or I had to cut it out, she run it to Niche. Paint me as the bad person. Nisha couldn't get it, I cut it off and she run to T. They just want to paint me as the bad person. And I could not understand as my girl, I done gave these girls almost half of the world. Y'all that got me messed up. Go on, sit down somewhere. And I realize now what they say. Why do they say spoil the child, spare the rod? I don't know which one to believe, purple. I think that you should use the rod sometime. Spare the spoiledness. I think that it should be 50-50 because I think that I lean more towards the sides of spare the rod, spoil the child. And there's consequences to that. Because now they feel as they get older, obligated to every freaking thing. You can't tell them no. You will buy them some new shoes. They can stay out on the front porch till it didn't matter. And I literally spoiled the rod. But baby, when they turn 15, 16, that went out the door. We ain't sparing no rod. Matter of fact, we ain't using rods. Girl, I would tell my daughters, y'all nut kiss your butt. Bring, because they, like, I wasn't raised in Wisconsin. I wasn't raised in this white neighborhood. I wasn't Raised, I'm from, I was raised the near ghetto. And I don't think that they knew, they never knew. I never had discussions with them about my past like that, right? But they knew the sweet mom, the nice mom, the laughable mom, the genuine, the loving mom, the hugging. They knew that. They didn't know about I will get in your ass, mom. They didn't know that. So I think when they started seeing that come out, like 15, 16, 17, that's when they was like, who the hell is this woman? Like, y'all better get, they don't know Chicago like that. We were raised in Chicago. They were born, but they wasn't raised there. Right there. I know my kids. I moved my kids up out of Chicago, both of them. So, yeah, that'd be funny to me though. But they still kind of like that today. Grown asses. No, don't talk to me. I save money when you don't talk to me. I don't know how they don't understand that philosophy. Because it sure in the hell works. Don't ever talk. I'd be the richest goddamn mom in the world. I look at it like I did my job. Now, my job, I have a second job in command to you guys, and that is to make sure that if you need me, I'm here. That don't mean that I gotta give you every goddamn thing no more. Go get up on your damn feet. Go do that. Let's say I'm mean. I don't think I'm mean though. Mm-mm. I really don't think I'm mean at all. I got people that might say, yeah, you selfish. I don't think that I'm selfish at all. I think like I maneuver just like everybody else. I I don't just open up my pocketbook. I don't just every day because my neighbor won't go buy sugar. I'm gonna just keep giving her sugar every day. Who finna do that? But they think I'm not selfish at all. I'll give it. What I'm not gonna do is be manipulated into thinking that I owe it to you every day or this. Now I ain't gonna do that. That ain't gonna happen. Well, and I think that I have a lot of family people. They're like, oh yeah, I can't. I ain't really selfish. No, absolutely not. I have a niece I ain't heard from in almost 4 months. She doing her thing, doing her life. That's fine. Then all of a sudden, she got stranded over there in Jamaica. Ain't heard from her. My sister's child. She called me up. TT. I'm like, hey, Kika, what's going on? I'm like, you okay? How you doing? And goes, well, TT, I wouldn't bother you if I didn't. Something had planned. I don't know the flight. It was something. I don't know. She over there and didn't have enough, I guess, or whatever for the hotel because they were supposed to leave out that day, but the plane was something delayed, and by her knowing that they were supposed to leave out that day, they didn't have to pay for extended stay at the hotel. So of course she in Jamaica, so she's spending that money up, right? I'm like, okay. And goes, well, yeah, it's only because I got to get a hotel stay. My flight don't leave out until sometime in the morning, blah, blah, blah. What about the friends you with? I didn't even ask that. That's what I thought about asking her. But guess what? That was not my concern about whether if she can get it from her friends or the dog next door in the hotel room. It wasn't for me to think about. My concern now was my niece called me and said, TT, can you get me a room for overnight? The plane was delayed and we're leaving out in the morning. It says that it'll be, I'm like, how? I said, well, where are you staying at, Kiko? I said, but you know what? I'm going to make my life a whole lot easier. How much is the room? And she told me how much the room. So I zelled it to her. Now, here's the thing. I'm done with that. Kiko don't owe me nothing back because I made a choice to give it to her. And I know her character, okay? I know Kiko. Well, fine. Sent it to her. Next thing I know, Kiko back at home. Kiko texts me the following Friday, which we know, oh, it must have been payday, right? And she put in her text, TT, I know you did not ask for your money back, but I sent it back. And I am grateful that you did help me. Now, outside of me knowing Kiko, man, If y'all knew Kiko, y'all get the hell away from Kiko. But that showed me her responsibility. That showed me, oh, Kiko growing up now. Look at Kiko. Because, baby, the Kiko that I know, oh, you wouldn't have seen that money. Hell. But that's Kiko. And I love the old Kiko and I love the new Kiko. Cause Kiko, like, okay, so sometimes it just takes, time to sprout that adultness in you, that response. It just takes time. Some of us go fast with it, some of us go slow with it. Kiko was living her best life, baby. It wasn't a God out here that could have told Kiko nothing different. Nothing. I am surprised that Kiko managed to make it this far. Cause baby, when I tell you I love our niece, and I tried to pack her up, let's go. Mom was like, I can't do that. Kiko had to find her way. Kiko had to find her way and walk with the Lord. That was the only one. The only thing as that what is that? No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Actually, she has that tatted on her. And I believe that saved her. Uh-huh. Uh, Kiko was like what's her name and set it off the bank teller. Kiko was like the bank teller. That's her character. She sent it right back though, y'all. I mean, I was really impressed with that. Now, Kiko can call and I'll try that again, at some point in time, to see if that's the truth to Kiko. But I'm not selfish at all. I'm just like everybody else in this world. What am I supposed to do? Sit up and just here you go, here. Now, I am selfish with my vehicles. I'm selfish with my vehicles. I give you that. No, I will not give you my car um, for to go to the club in. Hi, Dad. How are you, Dad? How are you, darling? I don't have to call you DJ. How you do that? How was your Mother's Day, darling? Hmm. Harry, you got to type fast, darling. How your Mother's Day? So, but that's the thing, though. Purple. Like, you know, being on here, watching a whole lot of people. One thinks that their lives was so much different than the others and this or that. Nah, man, we all go through some shit. Good, bad, and the ugly. That's just it. Now, I sitting here and I watching this whole crap about this whole Cook Mila and things like that. You know, I visit Carla's channel. Carla likes to put her perception on things that, open your eyes and look at things from a wider vision. I'm like, well, okay, not exactly what's jumping out in front of you. Okay, let me look all around is what Carla talking about. Now, I did go into a devil's advocate mode on Carla because, Carla point of view was being into these relationships, no matter how you meet them, when you meet them, where you meet them, or whatever, right? A man should not never treat you any type of kind of way, you know. Granted, and I get that. And I agree with Carla on that. But I had a however. A however is also something that we cannot go blind to. Before that young lady became his cook, and he finally brought her in there. And but you can't tell me. Same thing like with some of these women also with the R. Kelly. You looked inside of this man's world already. You already done opened the door. You looked, you researched, you know all about him. You done seen this. You know who he's with, who he just left with, being with. So it's like, but if this is that player's home field, and you already looking at his blueprints as a grown ass woman, and you make that decision to take a chance. You want to gamble because of what you see. You like what you see. Not knowing all of the details that has been withheld from the public in the private settings. Same thing with R. Kelly. We don't know all of the private fucking situations that could or didn't occur. All assumptions, right? However, this seems to be happening as a pattern with all of these men with money. I'm sorry. There is no way, shape, form, or fashion, first of all, that this man resume is out here with multiple freaking girlfriends, multiple freaking babies, and you signed up to come in as a cook. Okay, fine. A private cook at that, because the house lady who knew everybody that was working over here, working over there, working over this, it was kept privately from her. According to her testimony, she didn't even know. Like, she came down and whoop whammo, there's somebody in the kitchen. That was a red flag for me, right? But now, how do we get to this point? Leaving the kitchen area, clocking in, clocking out to a whole goddamn year worth of fucking information with allegations leaning towards that, oh, they had some type of relationship in the background going on. That's the sickest shit ever to me. And the way that I'm looking at this whole thing, now I'm in a split decision with Carla. Because Carla is saying no matter what and how the situation plays out, right? No man should be doing abusive things to a woman, no matter what. Now, there's not been any testimony or anybody on the stand with Stefan Diggs to say whether if, she actually put her hands on him, or maybe they might have had some entanglement in some rough goddamn sex and they didn't want that shit out. I don't know. But in this case, in this scenario, I think that both individuals, if this is her claim, that he put his hands on me all over some freaking money. I don't get that. First of all, that's she, according to the testimony, according to the paperwork, she ended up getting way more back than what she was supposed to do. So somewhere he was trying to, get rid of her and get her paid off, and so that she can go on about, her ways and stuff like that. But of course, there's a whole lot of more information that is still coming out even after the freaking trial. So that there also signifies that, okay, her feelings, her emotions is tied into this because they then went further than a cooking boss relationship. That's how I picked up on it. So I'm still rolling with Carla though. You're 100% right. He should not be putting his hands on this woman. However, had this relationship been kept to the cook and the boss, you come cook, you prepare, you freeze, You do whatever. She was a live-in person. You go to your room, or you go be involved with somebody else, so that when it's time for you to have your day off, or you have finally closed the kitchen, you got you another companion that you're with, whether if it's female or male. Go find you something else to do. Too much time on the hand. How is it that there's time for a cook to be lingering all around the freaking house or whatever? They didn't do that back in the day. With Cinderella. Cinderella had to clean and then take her ass on up there to the top of that castle and close that door. But apparently there was some things. Now, Stefan Diggs, could he have done things a lot differently? Absolutely not. He had done already build whom he wanted to be. Yeah, he thought that, well, I ain't gonna say that part. Well, yes, I will. Did he think that putting his hands on someone and the person wasn't going to become scorned enough to make allegations and bring something to a trial for it to be heard amongst the juror selection and they decide your fate? Probably not. Probably didn't think that far. But he's already conditioned on who he's going to be, how he's going to do it. He didn't already map this out and became very skillful at it. Look at his resume. Somewhere, women have to start asking themselves at the very beginning, once you did your homework, is this something, regardless if you are about to be the cook or a goddamn shoe shine lady? Is this something that I want to be around? Not only that, right? Think of Stefan Diggs, knowing that he's got all of this stuff going on. Instead, he brought somebody in to be a cook. Now, see, that one there reminded me of Sharon Winbush when she says that she was there a cook for R. Kelly. But yeah, then she was, was trying to barbecue some chicken or some shit. And she couldn't find a match downstairs to light it. Now, most of her, she wandered all upstairs. What's upstairs? R. Kelly's business. But with all of this stuff that Stefan Diggs got going on, you hire a cook that you know that is definitely is going to be, because she's now a move-in cook. She finna see all of this stuff going on. So somewhere in his head, he had to think that, man, if you do this, the X, Y, and Z, the slap, the kick, and the punch, right? That it's most likely, since you're not dedicating or devoting yourself at least 80% to her, and she's already in her feelings about this, or they just slept together, or now she done premeditated some plans up about winning him over and becoming her freaking man and her man only, then you know what she's fixed to do? Some goddamn waiting to exhale ass shit. So now she's gonna premeditate all of this stuff up and because she's not getting others outside of her the money situation, right? Because you and us knows that there was plenty room for them to reconcile that girl getting paid. There's plenty room for that. Plenty room for it. But no, she got scorned. She's mad. She's bitter. So now I'm going to go and file all these reports. Stefan Diggs slips up because you shouldn't have never had that as two things. Either she cooking or you're sleeping with her. Or she's doing both, but Stefan Diggs thought that maybe he can win her over too for him to allow him to keep up his blueprint that he started some long ass time ago. So yes, he's a manipulator. But is there a law for being to lock someone up for being a manipulator? Is there a law that says that, well, if you are out here sleeping amongst 50 freaking women and having a babies by them all, unless they are minors, is there a law against that? No, it's not. How can we argue that? How can we argue that? Can't argue that. That means that First Amendment applies. A person, as long as it's legal, I guess, above their age bracket, and they doing it, carrying all this, they say you live your life how you want to. I think that it was up to the person who be wanted to or was found to come inside someone else's journey of life, how they blueprinted it, you need to check that shit out. You need to check that if this is something for you to be on board with. Because if she was only just a cook and a cook only, then there was a whole lot of stuff of her sitting on that freaking stand. And what she is saying out there on Instagram, it would not have been available for her to even say anything. But she is. She over there talking the whole thing about the oil and the Cardi, and you know it's not, you know it, and all you know. But I guess maybe it's just Cardi. I don't know what happened to all the other, what is it, 6 or 7 women or something like that. She didn't mention anything like that. But that Cook Mila definitely knew that man background. Definitely knew it. She definitely researched it. But you know what? Any woman can look inside a man's window pane and realizes that, oh, there's some trouble going on over here in Fantasy Island. I got the best punani. I can cook the best. So now it's time for them to flaunt it and persuade the man over. And you get up in there, and next thing you know, it's always the woman, though, that's going to tear a man's world apart. It really is. I don't see too many stories out here about any man tearing a woman's financial world apart. And what, it's not happening? That doesn't happen. That's some weird ass shit. All these rich ass women, and you don't have hardly any stories or trials or whatever about the woman coming for, the man coming, the woman coming forward about, the man. Well, I guess there is. You got the snap. Hold on. Maybe it's so. Maybe so. Maybe it's an even 50-50 kind of split thing. I don't know. I'm just saying though. But it's always, that. I don't say that to protect the man. Again, I agree 100% with Kyla. If she's gotten into this relationship and that Stefan's did, put his hands on her or whatever, she's absolutely right. Go get some help. Go report it. Don't stay in no domestic freaking violence as relationship. Don't do that. But at the same case, right? Do your research. You gotta do your research. There should there shouldn't have been nothing. Well, I can't say that because it's whatever the woman likes. You never know what interests a woman. It may have turned her on and put her in a position to give it a try. I want to do this, and I know that he has all of these women. So maybe she wanted to be merging into the Diggs tribal ritual shit that he had going on. Maybe that was part of her life. Is that against the law to do? Fuck no, she's fucking grown. You want to be a part of it? Go ahead. Had this situation probably not had this outbreak to it or whatever, you guys would probably have seen her probably pregnant in a couple of, or whatever. This is that man's game. This is the life that he has chosen for him. Do you want to be in it? See, because women could have been shut that life down, that lifestyle down. If they don't subject themselves to the games and the manipulation and the things that they do, the men won't survive. You won't get abused. You don't have to worry about that shit. Pay no attention. Don't want to be inside of it. Go do your own thing. It took it took the people to bring along that extra power alongside his football career. He needed that. So obviously it was some insecurities about him that he was testing amongst himself. He probably bet himself or his brothers. Hey, I bet you shit, I'm gonna have I got this money now. I can have all these women in the world. They gonna come a goddamn running like wolf dogs out here. And as they did. Everybody got a goddamn baby by Diggs. You get a baby, you get a baby, you get a baby, you get a baby. Everybody did that shit. And who is not finna do that? Girl sat up there on that stand and talked about some she didn't know his profession or not. What? Yeah, girl, yes you did. You know why you did? Because there was no way that you can also sit up on a stand saying that this man owed you another $3,000 for a cook, and then they're on the stand talking about how much money they done paid you. Where do you think that came from? A sanitation department man? Where do you think that money? Oh, you did your homework. Oh, you did your homework. Because you're in there arguing about getting more money. I don't think that she would have had that argument if the man was broke as fuck. like with who? Johnny's Appleseed walking down the street? Who? So I knew then, right? I'm listening to her. I'm like, girl, you don't know. Yes, you do. You in here wanting some more money. Well, you want more money from a rich man. I died laughing though. And I was listening to them questioning her, about that. Like, hello. If you didn't research him and you don't know him and to that caliber, and I went to several football. How many? Maybe two. Hi, Jane. Maybe two. Then she said she went and she like literally didn't watch the game. She said she was just there for the moment. She was just there for the moment. Now, red flag. I'm sorry, but Stefan Diggs, what did she bring lunch? No, that's what you say. Like, what did she do? Did she come and pack up and brought the basket full of cooked food? No, because she's the cook. But I get it, like the other lady says, well, they all, they would go do this things together and this things together. Hi, John. And this things together and this things together. But I'm sorry, whatever somebody's profession is, you got to leave that where it is. She's supposed to stay in the kitchen. That's it, just leave in the kitchen. Or I'm on the phone. Yeah, I'm yapping my mouth. I'm in the truck today. Um, but it was crazy, and everybody jumped on that trial and kind of laughed at it. But at the end of the day, that's her story. She's sticking with it. The jurors didn't believe it. A lot of people out here in the public, but now that the trial was ended, right? And it's like she just didn't move on. She's still going at it. She's still upset. She still trying to drop some gems out here, subliminal, and say, well, it's this or this or that. And I think she's like trying to say something about, well, Cardi B knew some shit and and you, cause he did it to you, and look how he talked to you when you was, and I'm like, you know what? Y'all, this is it don't be too much for me because I be over here cracking up. It's some of these people like who definitely be, lost out here. Not lost, but just went blind to like literally how the whole street life like work. But baby, it was nothing to pull a person's resume. It was nothing. How do you think that the Clarys or they knew about an R. Kelly? They pulled his resume. They knew all about him. Knew he was an artist. Knew he had money. Knew he had this. They knew he had girlfriends here, and then they knew all about him. Now let's send that rail down there so that she can get some music done, allegedly. you know. So when she said that, I was in here like, what? You didn't know, and blah blah blah, and it's about money. You do know you in here suing a millionaire now, right? You do know that. I don't know if she knew that or not, but babe, what you thought you was suing? Somebody that works for Oscar Mayer? What the fuck? I was busting up on that point there though, but I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. So this shit was crazy, crazy. You say the heifer can't sing. Who can't sing? Who you said can't sing? Who you said? Who can't sing? But back to the phases thing, right? So I actually felt phases was genuine. I did. I really did. I really, really, really did. Azrael, didn't she just do a post the other day? I didn't even check it out. I saw her do a post back there. So y'all see, I'm in the truck today. I'm in the truck today. I'm sure. Let me see. I'm in the truck today. I'm in the truck today. I'm in the truck. I felt a little vibration. I felt some vibration in the top, which is in my truck. So it felt like could be the front brake. So I was like, get up, take my truck in. I gotta work. Hey, Nisa Mo, you know you still my sister. I don't give a rat's ass about you all being mad and that shit. You know I don't get no shit. You know I talk my shit. You gonna jump and disappear from my damn chat. Wait till I see you. I'm gonna trip you on the concrete. You know I talk shit. You wanna try to disappear and distance yourself from me? Mm-mm. But I'm just saying, no, I didn't watch Azariah. I know she dropped a new video, but as far as phases, like I said, I don't think that phases literally came out here to be down and caught up in this stuff out here. I really don't. I'm just getting it all squared away with you because you know sometimes you be acting stank, and I'm gonna bring it to your door, and you know that. You already know that. And you know I talk shit on my damn commentary and laugh at every damn thing. It don't mean that I'm poking and being mean at nobody. So now that we got that squared away, I still have to send you some loves for keeping your membership for my channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. You made me mad though. I'm gonna keep that shit real. You did. Like you know how my content go over here. No, I do not have your new number. And you blocked me from the old one. You could have left the old number on until I got through. I felt special. I, I felt special out over it. Goddamn dirty. Yeah, I did. She know it, Shannon. She knows that. She know that. Ain't got no darn hate in my heart or nothing for nobody. Nobody. I just can't stand somebody. That's it. And I've left that choo-choo train. I meant cuckoo train. I meant caboose. I meant whatever y'all want to call it. That was a wrap, man. I understand now, literally like all the symptoms. I almost had to go to the doctor behind that shit. Listen here, doctor. Man, I'm out, man. Listen, I'm gonna need something. I don't know. Something to make me go blind and can't hear. I don't know. Shit, girl. Like, man, pinch me and still see if I still got some soul left in me. Jesus Christ. Ain't no way. But that's how I felt about that. I didn't really feel no type of way with Dr. Rice, Dr. Rogers, when the sisters came out. I really didn't. I am not knitting on no front porch. You keep wanting me to get to that level. That ain't gonna happen. Right now, you take your butts over there to Walmart and get you a blanket before I knit any damn thing. I used to crochet though. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, I used to crochet my ass off back in the day. It kept me calm. It kept me from, tying my gym shoes tight back in the day. So I used to crochet, y'all. I don't think so though. I cannot put my finger on it, Nisimo. I cannot put my finger on that. And here's the reason why. Not after the Bookham interviews, which was 4, right? I think it was 4 times he came back, right? What I saw come behind that was, Bookham. Oh shit, my battery is low. I ain't even know. Jesus Christ. Having some. Shut up, Shannon. Yes, I crocheted back then. Kept me out of trouble. It really did, man. I was making everything. Little finger things for when their nails grow, hats, earmuffs. I was knitting up every day. Crocheting. I call it crochet. And I was good at it, boy. I was good at crochet. Man, I was a beast at crocheting. Yeah, I was. But like I said, it kept me calm out here in the streets. It did. It kept me calm. Instead of grabbing for that thing, I grabbed for them needles in the yarn. Calm down, Pap. Calm down. You got this. Before I know it, I have a whole goddamn blanket knitted up in about 2, 3 hours. Oh, you did too, Beauty, right? Yeah. It's a relaxation. It really is. It put me in a space that I needed to be in. So there. Yeah. I ain't ashamed of that. But Nisi Mo said that she was talking about phases, and like I say, after that, all that falling out and stuff like that. Do I think that she became more friend zone to the sisters and Dr. Rogers? Yes, I did. That's who was connecting to her the most. But what if that was just a friend zone on just relating topics about R. Kelly? Yeah, you gonna have to, please. I'm just saying, cause right now FaZe is doing her thing. Now FaZe has got interviews with people over there I ain't never heard of. You said, remember when they dropped in every federal, state, and local officials, which is why Aaliyah ended up in it. Okay, now, do you remember? Because I remember when Dr. Rogers came out and she said something about um, some of the things. Now, I don't know if this are the things, I don't know, but if you kind of, thinking how I'm thinking and you want to put two and two together on this, when Dr. Rogers came out, this was kind of after like everything. No, when she was going up against Cousin for the Levi, okay, and something had happened with her niece. I believe it was a niece or something like that, and she was upset about how Cousin Levi may have said something provocative or something to her niece, I think, right? But and she also brought out a parable to that conversation by saying something about Aaliyah, and saying that she had seen some things that was documented or something like that, right? But like I say, if I kind of put two and two together, from my vision, that's the only time that I know of and was aware of them meeting with Greenberg, because I saw that with my own eyes, right? Now, what occurred in that meeting, trust me, you all already know. Bookham came right behind that and started dropping the stories about what the meeting, as if Greenberg must have called him up or something, and they told him every details about the meeting. So Bookham created his narrative or whatever out here about what was said all in the meeting. Now get this though. When Dr. Rogers said what she said on there was a live. And I promise you, on my mama, it's a live, because Bookham came right back and he had agreed to, when he was arguing with Dr. Rogers, and that's when she was like saying, well, okay, you can meet me over here. And she was, I don't know if she was driving there or not. She was in the car driving. And they were supposed to have a meeting point to get down, get busy, right? Get dirty. Okay, and telling Bookham, you can bring your book because I got something for you. Bookham, in that live, a long time ago, I don't know if it's still up or not, he even said it, Nisimo, out his own mouth or something. He said, well, yeah, no, the girl was 14. He said it. He said it. And I was like, what? So, he, to me, was agreeing to what it was that Dr. Rogers was saying. And I was like, boy, this shit, now I'm like, okay, this shit dirty as hell. This shit is dirty, 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 baby. So, that's how I think where phases kind of aligned up in there with having her friend zone with the sisters, and then Dr. Rogers. But then after things start to spiral out of control with the Cousin for the Levi and Dr. Rogers, and then you got Bookham and the Dr. Rogers, and then the Bookham come back and said some things about phases got gone. Phases got gone. She never continued up to show any body that she was engaged into all of this stuff. Now, did she not come back on her channel to report on all of the Bouffale stuff? No, she wasn't doing that. She like, let me get the hell up out of here. I think that the character of her and the manner of having respect came out of her because she realizes that she was married. She got a child. Like, I don't think the phases literally wanted to intentionally or be brought into this shit like that. I just didn't see that. I seen them people come after her. Shit. I was like, but Bookham said that shit. Yes, the hell he did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. You said, and remember when I remember her and Kip, they was meeting, but they wouldn't allow Bookham on the line. So, and he supposedly right. So it's possible that okay, she learned all of this information from Kip, but Kip also sat up there, who has now backpedaled and poured out his tears and everything about some crap that Bookham did to him, and we could never go back. Faze is left with the leader of OCOV. See, I don't know if I seen something of that because you talking about left with the drunken Larry. I don't know. I don't know. Facts, beauty, facts. You can just start to hear a lot of the Malacca. You can hear it, beauty. I wasn't blind to a lot of that stuff, but at the same time, these are they stories. Well, let them talk. They want to tell these stories. I don't know, but like I say, there's times that the Dr. Rogers that I met, she was cool. Whether if people are saying that she was tied into this and she did some things to this statue of level because of this or this or that. I mean, hell, yeah, if you did do anything or you talked to her, whatever, you should have been careful with it. She already done told you what her profession was. I would, like, you gotta be careful. She never hid that. She never hid that. So remember, he told her would help her with making her platform larger. Yeah, but I mean, she was, to me, didn't need the help. She was already like media vocal. She actually kind of had that. You can see that in her. Hell, you can see that in her. But like I say, it goes to show if she was and all of the above, well, she came out here and did what she had to do and she bounced. But what about the people now? What are you seeing now, though, Nisimo? Look at the recycle of this stuff. Why is it that these type of actions coming from these certain same people out here is what are they trying to win? Who are they still trying to convince, and why? Especially if it's the same group of people. It's the same damn group of people. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It even made, here's the thing though, it needs more, and I know that you don't like confrontation. Hey Harlem, I know that. But this is also, with Lily too, right? Not Lily and you. There was so much that was said about your doings coming out of that boy's mouth over there. And do you know that you still would show up to give him the time of day? You can't say shit that I done heard and know you done said about, and I'ma show up. Lily do it too. He'll say so much shit about Lily or whatever, and then turn around and she'll pop up in this. I wish I would get that ninja any goddamn time of the day to speak to me. You got to get the fuck on. You know the truth. You know the truth about what happened when the situation went down there with Dubosky and book him, right? You even, explained a little bit to me, like, no, I am getting him up out of there. You try to get him to the airport and stuff like that. And outside of what was said and argued, that that boy came behind you and put in a whole bunch of extra ass lying stuff also. You, I'm like, you what? So, Nisimo, you got him on the plane because he said that he was about to go beat that boy up? Or did you put him on or get him to the bus or give him some transportation or whatever because he really didn't have no way or no means to get there? Maybe it went that way. Yeah, I know. I'm just talking to Nisimo. I don't care. This stuff is old as mud and sand and clay. I don't even care. But you said, Pat, and that was during the time of the first rally with you and Dubosky. I have to say, you and Dubosky did an awesome rally. I've always congratulated all of the rallies that we did down there. Nobody over here was aware that Bookham was doing a private goddamn protest. Nobody. Why was that kept private? Why was that only to some freaking Facebook group? Why? Because mine wasn't. The Boski's wasn't. We poured that shit everywhere out here. Why did he have to have a private damn ceremony? Why? Nobody understood that. Nobody understood that. And then to make that out of a 2-3 year freaking goddamn argument, it wasn't right when Cousin for the Levi start coming out here talking about the rallies or the protests like that. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, I know. I was like, what are we doing? Why are they bashing the freaking protests? What are they doing? So, and that's all it took for me. Like when I heard Sharon Winbush say it, I was like, in my feelings for about 5 hours, but then I went past that phase and I was like, well, it is what it is. When you hear people saying stuff like that, that's why other people are reluctant to get freaking involved. And that's what really, and I'll say this over and over and over till I turn blue, had everybody that make a choice, had that those protesters grew, no matter what the people doing on the sideline. Get past that. Why are you here? Why are you coming down? You probably wouldn't have to need a goddamn Sharon Winbush out here talking about some going to Washington, because Washington would have noticed that. Washington and everybody else and these attorneys and these sequestered jurors would have seen the massive support of behind R. Kelly. That's when the door opened up. It didn't open up when somebody is sitting out there having a freaking private Facebook rally thing going on. Like what? That was crazy. That was so crazy to me. I'm like, man, if I don't get my ass up out this goofy ass shit, who is going to be out here trying to be the winner of a free R. Kelly freaking campaign when you and me know that it's going to take more than a goddamn horseman in his horse? All of these charges, and you think that this is something that you can pull off by yourself? You got to be out your rabbit ass mind. Why is it that you think Sharon Winbush is sitting over there steady pointing fingers talking about this is what I need y'all to do? Huh, y'all? It's not enough of a y'all out here to do anything. Now, what you're screaming about to do now is what should have been done when all of this shit hit the fan. You do know once the shit hits the fan, it sits there for a while, it gets old, right? And then it gets hardened, and then it starts to disintegrate, right, into dust, where it don't even matter no more. It don't even matter no more. But Uh, You know what sucks though, really, about this whole thing? As many people that would love or probably still love to advocate and push this stuff back to the limit, they lost all of that. They lost all of that. All of this stuff that they out here doing or whatever have discouraged a lot of people. This is what I believe in my heart. This is why you don't see the people come out. This is why you don't see the people coming on the panels. They flock to the panel, some panels, where they feel like that, people. But I'm like this: flock on over there, because you're over there also with one horse and one damn horseman. Ain't going nowhere. Period. Big as this damn case was, it would have taken a fucking army to stand on one accord, one sound, one beat. They didn't have that, Nissimo. Everybody's got a different goddamn beat to their own freaking sound that they're hearing. Help who? There was no way that, it could reach the level to help him. None. It's like, man, I put my hands in my pocket, girl, and got the fuck on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I be damned if you try to put another one together, they just gonna tear that down. Period. I said a trillion times, one sound, one band. Do you know that I'm gonna call them the ops, the OCOV, who felt the way that they felt, they wouldn't have been heard, because you drown them out with one sound, one band. No. What did I do, Nissimo? I got on the phone. I'm like, okay, well, try to reach out to this person. Or try to reach out to this. I got the ladies to come down. Him too. I got Sylvia came down. I'm like, okay, come on down. Seriously? It's retarded. Retarded ass shit. Mm-mm. I'm going to be mad at you and you can't come back over there if you on this channel. Some kid ass shit. Like, these people were out here playing freaking kid ass unnecessarily games. Like, what? Now everybody wants to become his own personal YouTube goddamn attorney. The fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Mm-mm. And guess what? You should have brought your attorney skills and put them in the mix with the one sound and the one band, brought it out as a goddamn chant, and everybody would have been moving and walking together on the same freaking accord. Whatever law that you felt that was being, I'm in the truck today. He said, what the hell you doing in that big old truck? Yeah, I'm like, I gotta get my brakes worked on. So yeah, that's what it is. And one of my tail lights went out. So at least, we'll let the man do that shit. I ain't gotta do that shit. I don't feel like doing it. So I left my truck there. So, and he only look, when he wake up, he probably gonna be like, oh shit, took my damn truck. I'm like, let me go and put the gas back in here. You wanna hear his mouth? But I'm just saying, to make a spectacle out of this man's case was beyond me. And you have to watch who all were involved in the spectacle, because I'm so sick of the question asked about R. Kelly real supporters this, and you ain't no supporter that. Well, that can be reciprocated when you got outside people looking in at the people who made a spectacle of this shit. That's it. That's all. All of this stuff that you see going on, that I see going on, It don't take this much of what they are doing to represent, stand behind, or whatever you want to call it, be for an R. Kelly. What they doing? Come on, man. That ain't even in nobody's goddamn play. What playbook will you find that? If you're advocating and you out here for the person that you want to be out here for, where do you see that at? You just had Megan Thee Stallion get that damn Tourette, what's his name? Tourette, whatever his name is, locked up. Do you see his fans out here keeping up this whole bunch of spectacle shit like this? They came out, they had dialogue, and they expressed opinions of who did, and they've been gone from that shit. They gone from it. Got half of the people feel he should be free. They got half of the people feel that he should be locked up. But you don't see them out here making a spectacle about nothing about his attorneys or the judge or who was involved. You don't hear none of that. Only R. Kelly's case. Even Puffy case has died down. That's insane. Watch the people, listen carefully of who is making a spectacle of this shit. On and on and on. Watch the people who feels that they have all of the goddamn ideas of freeing R. Kelly when in fact they played no part of freeing R. Kelly. It was the people whose names were signed on the legal documents that went in there to fight for him. It is nobody's fault. I'm sorry that R. Kelly, like he say, his heart is so big, right? And he's in a vulnerable state where he has to say, okay, I'm going to try to trust this person. But how do we trust people? We try to believe the information, the knowledge, the experience, the love that they say that they have for you. We try to group all of that up into one big ball and digest that stuff to say, okay, this person is for me. That's how we usually satisfy ourselves with trust. So it's technically, it's not really his fault either, because this is what the people were feeding him. Whether if they come to him to say, well, this attorney, let's use Bookham again, because he is a good example for me. When he says that it was who did they say? It was somebody's he said the name, I don't know if it was Greenberg or somebody, fault that Don Russell came and put all this stuff, and that's how Greenberg got pushed up out of there. Then it was somebody else's fault who went and started talking to him about, Nicole Blank Becker or Farinella, and then they gone now. It's just always somebody's fault. Always somebody's fault. My thing of it is, if you listen to, I gotta turn the car back on because I'm charging my phone. But if it's, and it always shuts off after 10 minutes. But if it was, if that's the case, right? You may that there clearly showed me, right, visually as I'm doing my homework in this shit, right? You mean to tell me that all of these people decide to go in to get inside of R. Kelly's head to tell him that this attorney means no good, what this attorney's doing is good, this is going to, and this is going to happen, and he's steady repeating the process of steady hiring people that somebody was bringing to him instead of, is that what I feel? R. Kelly pushing every single goddamn body back. Hold on, well, wait a minute. That these attorneys knows who is being incarcerated. They have a database for that, right? So R. Kelly, in my opinion, should have waited just a second. Listen, and allowed someone to come to him and did a very intensifying freaking interview with this person, as well as bringing along documents like a fucking your resume, your interview. Bring me who you didn't work for. Bring me. I want to see all of that, and then also making this attorneys sign these goddamn contracts or something out here that this is NDAs. My case will not be discussed with Duba 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 and Duba. Should have been done. That should have been activated immediately. He knew that he was a world goddamn star out here. What are you doing, R. Kelly? Why are you opening up vulnerable to all of these goddamn vultures out here that wanted nothing but to do this to your life? Because he loved and because he trusted. So I'm going to take it here. Right? And I hear R. Kelly say a few times how much he trusted God. Okay? I hear it. You can kind of feel that anointness in him when he sings it or if he's talking about it. But this is where I get mad at R. Kelly about, right? How, R. Kelly, how do you talk like this? But you trusted the people first. Because these people out here has done more destroying of his life than it is with those people that took the stand against him. He trusted the wrong people. But he also didn't sit time to allow God to become the midst of what was going on. God got to understand it, even though we know he understands it, right? But he got to look inside the picture frame too. Son, hold on. I'm not trying to get biblical and spiritual on none of that stuff, but that's how I deal with stuff. I see it coming a mile away. Let me not respond first, because this is something that's got to be on God's freaking agenda first. Send me some signs. Do something, because that does happen. He will send you some signs. You have to know spiritually, once you know you done received them and that blood is flowing through you. This is me, a real freaking testimony. I sit my butt down. I don't move on nothing for a minute. Then all of a sudden, like I told y'all when I first started coming on here, how do I feel it? I feel trickles through my body. I literally feel little needle pricking through my body. Those answers are up in there. I just have to know how to pull them out clearly to understand. And guess what? Everything that I done been through, I promise y'all, it worked out. I promise y'all with no problem at all, because I paused. Hold on, Pap. Hold on. God, didn't I tell y'all all about my book, my box? I told y'all I haven't written much down lately because I don't have much there but to say thank you. I might write thank you on a scratch paper and roll it up. I tell y'all, I have that letter box. If I go through this box and pull, the only people that will actually see this box, if they choose to do so, will be my kids in my will. Here you go. But this is also how I worked it out. Because I know you can't do stuff alone. But we all know that we can really, truly believe, because of the outcome and all of the entanglements, that R. Kelly trusted way too many goddamn people. You ain't seen this person in 30 years. Why is this person in your face, R. Kelly? He said that. He said that on the Natasha show when he spoke about, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't, well, maybe I am, but I'm sorry. If I ain't seen a person in no goddamn 15, 30 damn years, or all of a sudden because I'm in trouble, here you come. But I could tell you this, right? You can come along, but if you ain't talking about the money, that's how R. Kelly could have trusted these people. Let's see if they finna put up these millions of dollars to support you in your attorney fees. And none of them can do that, then half of them should have shut the fuck up, R. Kelly. They can't put no money up. All they doing is just want. What are we doing, R. Kelly? See, because trust, now you can make them buy, make them pay for it. You was the king. You were the man. So have these people put their goddamn money to their fucking mouth. Now, if they want to come out here and keep up all this goddamn bullshit around this man case, then guess what? I'd have been sitting back laughing at them. I don't give a fuck. I got y'all money. Y'all pay for my damn attorneys. I'm going to make it pay. You ain't finna just sit up around me and come and visit me and want this and all because you was my god daddy and shit. What the fuck did you do? Nothing. Got the privilege to say something about that's my god daddy? Man, you got to be crazy. I don't even want my godson around me doing all of this, and yet then you don't have no resources. I just told you that I only had 200, what did he say? 200 and 300 something $1,000 in the bank, but yet then people will sit out here and listen to this boy sit over there and say that, oh, well, yeah, him and R. Kelly did have an account together. But R. Kelly wasn't aware that he was stealing or he stole the money out of it. Then, goddamn it, then that's the bank's goddamn fault for not notifying them. Because if there was two names on a goddamn account, there is no way that the bank is going to just reach out to one. Both people responsible for that account would have been notified. Not only that, they call bank statements. They call bank statements. You mean, and R. Kelly said it. But see, that's where Bookham got that shit from, right? He put it on Don Russell. When R. Kelly came out to say, well, was my first time going to the bank. That's what he told Gayle King. This is my first time going to the bank. And I get to the bank and they tell me that I have extra da-da-da-da. But guess what? That came behind the supply of the information that Don Russell dropped out here about Cheryl Mack and the other people. But that ain't how Bookham gonna tell the fucking story. That ain't how he telling you the story. Yeah. Because not once have you heard out of R. Kelly's mouth specifically that a Don Russell stole anything out his bank account. He didn't say anything. Not only that, you don't have any charges pending or facing on a Don Russell for stealing the money out the account. You know what they did? Kaleidoscope, because she came across the information about this whole bank telling stuff or whatever, that Niecy Mo name or something was on it, Trust Bank or all that shit. Then it was the other girl, LaToya Jackson. She got $6 million or something sitting somewhere. Azarel sitting there with her hand in her pocket recording all this shit. I'm like, what in the fuck? But then guess who? Kaleidoscope started pinning that shit up over there on that damn page. So now you have to be under the impression that, okay, well, what is she trying to tell us about Niecy Mo? I don't know. But you best to believe that I did ask Niecy Mo about that shit. I'm like, I sure the fuck did. I sure the fuck did. I sure the fuck did. Yes, I did. So I can tell you this. If Niecy Mo had any type of involvement or whatever, and money was being moved for this or that, it clearly shows somewhere that she did have an extensive communication or / relationship or so with knowing Robert Sylvester Kelly. That was there. You know, however, if it was unbeknownst to Mr. Kelly that this check, not only that, y'all even remember goddamn Gucci coming out here with some shit. Come on, man. I'm like, oh my God, R. Kelly, you is being ripped to pieces, bro. They is tearing your fucking liver, the shit out, every goddamn thing you got in your stomach. They just ripping your ass apart. Sure did. Ripped them apart, child. Ripped them apart. So after you seeing all of this and all of that, you know what? You can pretty much say, damn, look, they were at your money, boy. No wonder he kept half of that shit in his backpack. He knew they was after that damn money. Ashanti McGee wanted the backpack for the money. They all want to get hold of that damn backpack full of fucking money. mm, mm, mm. And then they want to turn around and keep asking you, are you a real supporter? The real supporters are the supporters that you do not see out here keeping this shit up as a spectacle fucking ass first class circus act. Those are your supporters. Pay attention to the ones that are not doing this shit right in front of your damn face. Pay attention to those people. All these other people with this back and forth ass shit is crazy. I'm going to send you off. You go over there to Homeland Security. And then I'm gonna say this about this one. I'm gonna tell you how I've been on the phone with this one that was supposedly where he said was dead 20-something fucking years ago. Now I don't even know if that's her posting up. I don't know. Don't give a rat's ass. But not only that, then you got the other clown fucking events going on. You got a cousin over there trying to hire R. Kelly, a whole nother goddamn attorney or some shit from a social media fucking network. I could not believe this shit. You got to be crazy. And they say that the innocent people like us, we the ones on crack. Shit, I don't know what kind of happy crack that shit is. Shit, no sir. The man. Because you guys are out here looking in onto this stuff, have your opinion about it with the stuff that they fucking displayed and shit, then trying their damnness to make it make sense. Oh, it makes plenty of sense. Makes plenty of sense to me, like all of y'all into this whole goddamn basket together. And I'm standing on what that boy said. If one of them go down, trip any minute, and get caught up, it's going to trickle down to the other ones. It's going to trickle down to the other ones. But you know what, though, Rated R? When it comes to Cousin Levi constantly telling people, my cousin. And if the people wants to sit out here and be gullible to him repeating that, because he's brainwashing them. This is what I want you guys to believe and to know about me, right? This goes back to what I just said. If the cousin ain't put up them million goddamn dollars to hire that man, an attorney, instead of trying to slither in a goddamn social media attorney, then that's what he's saying over 50 goddamn thousand times since he been out here. That's on the goddamn people. That's on the goddamn people. Anytime somebody got to come on screen and sit sideways from the camera so that the appearance would come off where there is some similarities in the facial feature to R. Kelly to prove something, that's for the people. Who got time for that shit? You ain't got to do all that shit. You ain't got to do all that shit. But people lie. They listen. They ain't got nothing to prove of such that I know about other than a freaking 50-year-old ass picture where he was on there with the R. Kelly when they talking about some, well, I don't know if that's true because Bookham put that damn narrative out about cousin getting his teeth knocked out or something like that. But here's the thing. You can also tell that Bookham was not there for that. Bookham is repeating a story that was put in his fucking ear. From somebody who might have been around that damn time. He just good on how to make himself present in the goddamn story. Unbelievable. It don't take no 6 trillion, 42 billion, 800 million, and 6,027 and 32 fucking times to tell you that I'm a cousin. Oh, I forgot. Because it's probably a new person joining every day, so they're going to need to know so that they can become attached to you so that the membership and the viewership can actually grow. But you had to be gullible than fuck to say that. Especially if you're not hearing R. Kelly when he come out here. You can hear it from him. To him, everybody's his cousin. They didn't want to believe the brothers. They didn't want to believe Bruce. Bruce says that they're not. They didn't want to believe that. Not at all. Now, how is it that Bruce would come out here and say that they're not? I believe the cousin for the Levi rebuttal was they had the different daddies or some shit. They got the different daddies. The sisters got the different daddies. Everybody, notice nobody said nothing about the mom. Nobody said nothing about the mom. Cause see, it's the dad that is the sideline. Because R. Kelly, they say, or he said it in an interview that he really didn't know his dad like that. So how in the hell did R. Kelly is expected to know who all his damn cousins are if he ain't never was down with his dad like that to meet them all? And then you got the brother to come out to say the guy that with ain't our cousin. But of course, cousin for Levi's story would hold some truth to it, right? Because his argument was R. Kelly and Bruce didn't share the same dad. So he was able to get that to pass her by. The people was looking at it like that. And they also looked at it because Bruce at the time was on controlled substance. It wasn't no telling what he would say out of his damn mouth. None. Now let's jump back over to where and then I gotta go over to Sharon Winbush and Bruce coming out. And when Bruce comes out after the fact that Don Russell, after behind the scene, that Don Russell and his mother scene comes out about the notarization and shit. The stuff Sylvia broke that, right? I think that had Sylvia held back on that for a minute, then this whole goddamn community wouldn't have been in an uproar on it. I don't think that Sylvia needed to expose that Don Russell's mother notarization had expired. At that time, who gives a fuck if she could have got through to help R. Kelly with what R. Kelly needed the help for? Who gave a fuck if the goddamn state, they would have caught the shit any damn way, right? They would have caught it, but goddamn, let it catch itself. She's down there about to make a move on something or whatever pertaining to notarization, and Sylvia, oh no, it was expired. Her notarization. I'm like, I'll be a goddamn rat's ass. This man can't catch a break. Talking about R. Kelly. So now, you got Don Russell, kind of mixed up in that. Then you got Bookham, who breaks the story about Don Russell, or it might have been somebody else too, alongside with him, about how Don Russell was speaking to his mom pertaining to, his mom was speaking to him about that whole situation about this goddamn shooting up the goddamn gallery over there, or cafe, or whatever the fuck it was. So now Don Russell bags up. He's in trouble. Now here comes to Sharon Winbush. She gets in contact, or have her contact, whatever, with the Bruce Kelly. Sylvia has her contact with the Bruce Kelly, where I believe not just Sylvia, if I'm not mistaken, or if I am, please correct me, that both of them was helping him raise a little money. Now, I'm not sure when Sharon Winbush fell off of Bruce Kelly, but I'm almost guessing, I think it's believed when they had some falling out too. Because I think Bruce Kelly kind of went in to it on a level of similarity dealing with both of them. I think that he eased his way on up in there, even with his habit that he had that he needed to feed, right? And play on both of them. He want to find out who the fuck they was too, just as well as they want to know who he was. Now, Sharon, I guess allegedly or whatever, stated at some point how they helped to get Bruce Kelly out by agreeing to that goddamn interview. Then he comes out, now he's free, needs somewhere to stay or whatever. I assume, according to what I'm looking at, that also had something to do with Don Russell too at that time. Now there's questions about that. How the hell was it that Don Russell and Sharon Winbush all of a sudden hooked up? See, not only the display that you're seeing from Kaleidoscope about Don Russell and Cash Jones, but it don't take a rocket scientist to see how that shit happened with Don Russell and the Cash Jones, because Cash Jones was with Angelo first. Now you got Cash Jones on the phone telling R. Kelly they trying to set you up. They trying to set you up. Then all of a sudden now Don Russell is in the picture trying to figure it all out. But see, but that's not the picture that they paint to y'all. They paint the picture to y'all that Don Russell knew a Cash Jones and they did this and he was doing that and they was over here. No, I think that Don Russell was out here, in my opinion, trying to be his own little investigator, probably for an R. Kelly, because he couldn't do it his damn self. He's locked up. Anywho, Sharon Winbush and now Bruce Kelly, after her and Don Russell fall off and break off, that's over with. Now you got Bruce Kelly breaking off from her. Now that's over with. How is it that all of these people that says that they are for R. Kelly, that the people that I believe was for R. Kelly is breaking off for them? Why wouldn't they not trust these people to still be riding this freaking rodeo out? Why is it that these people are not standing together? Well, I'm trying to make it make sense. Exempt of Don Russell. We all know why he did, because he felt some type of way or this or that, and R. Kelly owed him, and they plans fell apart. Then he went to jail. I can see why he ghosted. But we still got this whole thing where Bruce Kelly is saying that he's out here for his brother. Now, we all know that was some damn gimmick and bullshit or whatever. Sylvia getting involved and getting Bruce Kelly down there to Butner to visit him, and the money was collected. Sylvia now started earning her honorary scamming badge award out here. Shit crazy. Shit was crazy as fuck, man. Like, Pap, if you don't get your ass up out this shit. But I do like to talk about it and tell about it. Let's talk about Pap for about 2 minutes. The reason why no attention, no attraction, that you guys saw very less of into certain debates and stuff like that, right? Because they already had detected that Pap will not get aligned with our program. No matter how much, if we try to poke a hole and try to argue and do all of this crazy stuff or whatever, no, she's the storyteller. So we got to be strategic sometimes around what we say with Pap, because she always going to come back with a goddamn live and address this and address that. And that's how I feel like I got tiptoed around here. Why I feel like this is my feelings, right? This is what I want to say. Well, we ain't about to fuck with Pap. They hated I won't say hated. They didn't like the One Papoose show. They didn't like it. Pap would touch on and talk about some things that can open a door or have somebody else's mind thinking against what we're trying to do. So what we gonna do, calling them the gang, we gonna talk and walk around her like she ain't even there. But see, the people didn't, I'm talking about in general out here in the YouTube community, they couldn't stand it either. And what I did to myself. It prevented my channel from growth, because now they're saying these people are not for R. Kelly. Now they're saying, oh, F that girl. She ain't out here for, she ain't this, she ain't that. That was all fucking deflections, because they know good goddamn well that they can't find nothing to intertwine me into their cahooting of the bullshit that they did around this man's goddamn case. So not only did he have to face these people in this trial on these stands that saying these things about him that brought this case, they are also, R. Kelly, it's like he got hit with a quadruple effect against him, right? Now he got the people out here in the garden moving like fucking snakes that he don't even know how to trust, who to trust, or when to trust. And it's crazy. How do you get attorney allegedly upset probably about some of the things that you're doing and who you're talking to and leave your case? Jennifer Bonjean said that she would be there for R. Kelly. I don't know if she says that it will only be up until the trial is over, but I took that as also. But then she also stated that, I mean, maybe she's not gone. Maybe she is still down there working with the Chicago case on the side. Maybe she's doing that. I don't know, but I'm just saying, why? Because in the eyes of the general public out here, I believe that the majority will rule that Jennifer Bonjean had to be one of the best that came through the door for him. So hopefully she's still somewhere behind the scenes. But Jennifer Bonjean opened that door up to social media content creators out here. Yeah, it was okay probably to answer your phone, to say, well, okay, there'll be updated information over on the what you call it, Pacer, which people know that, right? But when it came down to the questions about, okay, well, what is your next move? Oh, well, what's going on with R. Kelly today? That was a no-tail ass goddamn thing. None of your damn business. None of your business. Put it in the paper, Bungie. Let them go buy a paper and read it. Read all about it. Read all about it there. So, listen. I'm going to go, and you guys have a good day. I said my little piece for today, entertaining you guys. Hey, hit the like button. Share the channel. It is what it is, but I shall await. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm going to be watching. I don't give a rat's ass about nobody's feelings about how my deliverance of my opinions come off in this shit. Because if one go down, that's all they got to do is just get one. That's all they got to do is just get one. And then they're all gonna go. It's gonna fall like dominoes. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I will. I think I'll be back on tonight. I want to go over this one, like I say, session of the Pop My Balloon. I want to hear y'all opinions, ladies. I gotta go over this one. This one caught my attention. It really, really did. So, if you guys have your notifications on, hey, take a peep inside of Rated R World over there. He does his thing. He still plays some R. Kelly music, and he's got his own stuff that he drives into it. But Rated R is very, very entertaining. He does hold your attention. After I gotta poke him and wake him up sometimes, but y'all tap in over there, and he stays on that. He's not on a whole bunch of, steering off over on the left and the right. And guess what? Rated R got nuts. Whatever he puts out, what is his opinion? He can be expected for some shit to come back. He can handle it. A grown ass damn man. He know how to fight too. Shit. Tom Hanks. You know, I actually like when you come in and you post one of those. I'm going to take them to me and I read them and I appreciate them. You don't do it too often, but when you do come in and you apply something about Jesus' blood and all, I read them, just so you know. And you're always welcome. Just don't flood the chat. Just don't flood the chat. But I like to see you. You bounce around everywhere and you apply that and you know your spiritual quote or part of a scripture in the chat, and I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. That's fine. So, y'all know what? I ain't done much of shit today. Nothing. Scarlett. Okay, now I got to stay, y'all. It's my fun time. Scarlett, where is Heist? Where is Shyster? Scarlett, now I got to stay to give you some attention. Most of the people will leave because I'm giving you my attention. What are you doing today? Don't be ha ha. What you doing today? I actually was like, it's Scarlett. It's Scarlett, my friend Heist, Shyster. I put my short up about Shyster though in that goddamn apple cider though. And I know Shyster was like, are you coming back on? Let me tell you about Mother's Day. You chilling? That's what's up. I'm chilling too. I literally ain't done much today. I'm at work, but I kind of got all my important stuff out of the way when I got here. So now it's like chill time. And I still got, oh Lord, a little ways to go. Okay, friend. Okay, friend, but you know we gonna talk. So that was about one of my messages I got. But yeah, I listen, Scarlett. Like I said, my workload. It actually, I got it, sis. I got it. I'm over here cracking up. We finna talk. You know I'm finna call you. I'm gonna call you, but listen, Scarlett, my workload picked up a little bit, right? So yesterday, let me tell you about my day. So when I could share my day with somebody, are you gonna listen to my day or not? Because I don't want to be talking to myself. I really don't. Okay. There's no way that I'm going to be in a chat and just, talking to myself. So if you're going to sit and listen, then I'll tell you. I am. You give me a minute. Right now, I'm going to have fun with Scarlett. So I don't know what Shyster at. And I said I was getting off, but I got tired. So, okay. So I woke up, right? I woke up Mother's Day. One of my old lady friends, right? She's disabled too, right? But I've been knowing her for like 27 years. So I she called me the night before and she says, I really, because I hadn't seen her in a month, right? So I'm like, okay. So she calls me up and she's like, oh, I want to do breakfast and so on and so on. So mind you, she's like 80, right? She's older. But I grew on her, right? I met her like years ago. And she's a white lady too, right? Oh, white lady. But I kind of grew on her. So, um, I was picking her groceries up and all of that stuff, but then that's when the Uber and stuff came alive and stuff. So she kind of got all of that, get that taken care of. That I would go pick up her medicine and stuff. And I found something that I can do to give back, and I chose her, right, as an elderly. So she's like, let's go to breakfast. I haven't seen you. Where have you been? I'm like, but I did talk to her like 2 weeks ago. I make sure I call, right? To check on her and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, we're going to breakfast. I'm going to get up. Then she tells me, no, well, Tammy, because Tammy is her daughter's name, one of her daughter's name. She says, well, Tammy's just going to bring you, she says, going to bring me, and then you can just drop me back off at home. I'm like, okay, fine, whichever way you want it. So mind you, I go over to Perkins. I'm there on time. On time. Now, She likes to go and spend $100 playing a penny. One, she ain't gonna bet no more than a quarter on the machine, right? So she want, well, can you just take me over to the casino for a little while? Okay, fine. So we eat, do all of that. So I got her loaded up in the car, in the truck, right, and stuff. So, and of course we're riding over, and I mean, cause it's been, have you ever been with somebody, Scarlett, who you ain't seen in a long time, right? And then they talk a lot. They talk a lot. You need to see my face. I'm at work. Dang, I'm at work. Shh. God, calm down. Oh, I'm at work. You know I come on the camera when I'm at home now. I'm at work. Chill. So we get her over there and get her, the wheelchair and get that all out and get her up into the casino on one of her little machines she likes to play. So, mind you, it's a machine called Lucky Pumpkin, right? And of course, she can't sit and stay too long. So I think we were there till we got there about 10:30, and we left about, I want to say about 1:15, because she was like, okay, I'm getting sleepy and I think that we should go. Now, mind you, so here's the part. I did extremely well, right? I'm betting my $2. I put $100 in. I get my machine up to $1,700. No shit, no shade. So I cashed out and I'm waiting on her, right? And I'm like, Mama Jeannie. So she says, well, we're going to go. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So before I knew it, we get up to the cash out thing, right? Why she got about 10, maybe 10, 11 tickets in her pocket. I didn't know she was cashing out and putting in another $5. Cash out, put in another $5. Now, mind you, I told you that she only was playing $100. Why she never just put the $100 in there and just press the quarter button, I don't know. She likes to feed it the damn $5. Baby, when we get up to the thing, now we holding up the line because she's got to slide all these little individual tickets in, right? So I'm standing beside her and I'm looking at the screen, right? Why I say 50 cent, 79 cent, 43 cent. One had $2.02. There was enough. I promise you, she ain't even have 100. So she says, Pap, at least I almost got some of my money back. Man, I'm telling you, she's the worst person to stand in because, she'll accumulate all these little ass tickets. It be so annoying, Scarlett, I promise you. But that's Mama Jeannie. Just do you. Had I known she had those, do you know that I would have took all of them little bitty ass tickets that did not amount to nowhere near $40, and I would have donated it. It dropped them all in that little bucket that they got by the side where you could donate it, and I'd have gave her the $100. Here, Mama Jean. Cause ain't nobody got time for this. We must have spent at least a good 12 minutes standing in that line. I could hear the people breathing evil things about us behind. I'm looking back, but I dare anyone to say nothing because I'm sorry. You should have got here first, right? But Scarlett, oh my God, I just laughed. I'm like, Mama Jeannie, where'd you get all these tickets from? What are we doing here? Are you still going to play like this? Now, I could tell you one time that I did get upset at Mama Jeannie years ago. And I let her do it. I let her do it, right? And I came real close to cutting her off, okay? So we were sitting on these same type of machines, right? And I think I hit a jackpot on there, if I'm not mistaken. So, and the jackpot had, I mean, like probably about 2,200. But I had, after that, right? No. It had to be a little bit over 1,000, like 12. It had to be 13 or 14, right? So I had, because I cashed the ticket out. I remember cashing that ticket out. But Mama Jeannie was getting ready to go to the restroom. And I had put, I think, another $40 in the machine waiting on her. So I said to her, well, Mama Jenny, can you cash my ticket out since you're going to the bathroom? And she said, sure. So I did not count my money when she handed it back to me because it's my Mama Jeannie, right? Trust that. So I rolled the money up and I put it, slid it down in my purse. But when we got ready to go, and I'm thinking, let me put my bills in my billfold. So when I got the money back out of it, now this is like before we made it to the car. I'm like actually walking and moving my money around. And 700 was missing. Yeah. So I didn't say anything, Scarlett. I didn't say anything. I didn't ask her. I didn't say nothing. And it's something that I'll never forget. But you know, I just walked away from it. I'm like, well, if I always felt like this, Scarlett, if you gotta steal from me, then you obviously needed it. That's I always felt like that in life. So depending on who the person is and the situation, I usually don't say anything. I just like, well, okay. A lot of people say, you crazy for that. No, I would have done so and so. Well, and I get that. Should I have or should not? At that time, something told me no. Just leave it alone. So I left it alone. Never said anything. Never said anything about it. Till this day, never. But I do think about it. Would you have said something, Scarlett? I don't know. But anyway, we took her home. Yeah, I told you I'm working. Don't it sound like I'm working? Listen, I'm working. You don't hear me working. I'm working. I'm actually working. Yeah, you hear me? What you should have said was, Pap, are you hardly working? Like, I'm working. Yeah. I work hard for my money. So hard for my money. I work hard for my money and I barely do it right. Does she say barely do it right? I don't think that's what Dolly Parton. Is that what she said? I work hard. Let me sing it in my head. Do, so hard for the money. Do, do, and I barely do it right. I better be your favorite. I'm over here giving you all my time. I'm supposed to be working. Working. It's Tuesday morning. I'm on the clock. I gotta get down in the shop. I got shit to do. Write it up, send it up, and mail it up. I, did you like my rap? I can actually rap if I sit down and write it. If I sit and write it, then I can. I didn't think so. Beauty, you know I will chop and screw names in a song. Okay, I work hard for the money. Dum, dum, so hard for the money. Dum, dum. I work hard for the money and I never treat her right. Is that how? Okay, what's the last words to it? Is it I never treat her right? I'll never. It's something like. Let me look it up. I was close to it. Beauty, no, I'll chop a name and a song up, but if I sit and write my lyrics, I can do that. If I try to freelance, man, everybody in the sun going in the rap. I can't do it. I can't do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. Mm-mm. So you right. So okay. So I got it. So you better treat her right. Do I work hard for? But I do though, Scarlett. I work really, really. Not. I'm not talking about like hard physically, right? I don't work like physically hard. Mentally, I go hard. I grind hard. Um, I've always been the one to go get it, go grind. No complaints. Get up with the sunshine. hmm that's just always been me. I I would just lay there and not do nothing before I complain about it. You know, the only time I think my chat really hurt me with the is when I like literally had I got sick with pneumonia or severe cold because I went through a bad severe sinus infection. And ooh, thank God I ain't been through another one. But they'll hear me be like, "Oh, I ain't going to work today." I don't look for too much sympathy out of people at all. I'm usually crawling in my shell and working on myself, because, let me tell you why. Because it's draining. It's draining. You can drain someone else with so many of your problems and your issues. And not only that, right? It's who you're telling it and sharing it with, right? You don't know what those people could be going through also. And it could be a moment where they want to share, their things too, but they just not out here to share it or make them feel some type of way. So, but I don't, I never look for sympathy. No, I might post something. I think I post when my dad passed away, and in a sadful time that is, right. Sometimes you do want to hear people say, sorry for your loss and your condolences, because it's used as a someone, lifting you up. It's a lifter upper. So other than that, now I don't have too many sad I don't have too many sad stories. I could tell you a lot of happy, laughing stories. I ain't got all that sad, miserable, crying ass shit going on. And I sure can't tell you no stories about a whole bunch of people in my life for 30, 40, 50 goddamn years. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know what half of my cousins did back in 1909. Fuck do I know? Fuck do I care? I don't care. It means nothing to me today. But other than that, I don't know. Why? What are you doing today? Are you working today? I'm questioning you. You are in a Q&A moment right now. Are you working today? Huh? And what's the weather over there? As a matter of fact, where are you from? I don't even know. Y'all need to come out the bushes and get in the chat. I hate when I'm on here because it won't let you drop you can't drop the link. You can't drop the link. Nope. See, I hit all these buttons. It will not let you. I don't know what type of Okay. No, you won't see me in 20 minutes. I'll be back on like after probably 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. It'll be somewhere around that time, probably about 9:30. After I digress and take my shoes off and do all of that stuff, scratch my butt and stuff, and then I'll come on. You're prepared. What you cooking, girl? How do you can't add nobody on here. Isn't that crazy? Shout out to everybody who matched those likes, man. That's what's up. I appreciate that. That's what's up. 22 is better than 0. What are you cooking? Zucchini? Zucchini? I ate my lunch. I had a thin piece of steak and mashed potato and vegetables. I am supposed to call you. I'm going to call you. You want me to call you now? Because I could get off of this. And we could just laugh at about it now if you want to. Or you want me to call you when I get home before I go live. It don't matter to me. It doesn't matter what she wants. Did you go see the Michael Jackson movie? Did you? Did you go see the Michael Jackson movie? I got 15 people watching this live. There should be 15 people in this chat right now. Louisa, I know you in the chat. But it should be 15 people. I can't believe how scary y'all are for not coming in the chat trying to talk to Pat. What are y'all scared of? What are you scared of up there? What are you so scared of? Come in the chat. Come in the chat. I'm gonna be nice, even if you don't like, even if you can't stand my stanky ass and you're just watching. Just make sure that it's a name that I won't block. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, get down on it, girl. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, no cooking for me. I got enough leftovers until Wednesday. Wednesday. It stormed up here this morning. Rain. I was so glad because I'm like, yes, my flowers. All my new flowers that I seeded down needs to start growing. Ground chuck. That's that stuff that cook Mila just made. I don't eat okra. Ugh. Is it the snotty looking kind? Ugh, girl, my mom loves okra, girl. Ugh. They eat okras with beans, or okras with greens, okra with salad, okra with chicken, okra with what else they eat? Because they diabetic. They eat a whole bunch of crazy shit. Every time I turn around, it's just okra, okra, okra in the pan. Oh, like what is that? Is that a vegetable? Where does it grow from? Where did the name okra? Let me look this up. I never looked at it. Yeah, you're Southern. You're a Southern chick though. Let me look up okra. I never even looked at stuff. Oh, and that Shanghai pear that I showed you, I just had a little small bite. It's got a crisp bite to it like an apple, and it's little sweet. It's not too sweet, but just a little. But it's not something that, because that's my first time eating a pear. Look at that. I'm about to I'm old as dust and my first time having it. Ground chuck is another form. I know what ground chuck is. What the hell? I know what the heck. Louisa, you eat okra? Do you eat okra? What is okra? Let's see. I don't know what that shit is. I don't even buy it. Okay. Okra is a plant recognized for its small, green, edible seed pods. You're eating seed pods. These green and slightly fuzzy pods are rigid. Well, I don't want to open it up. That's YouTube. Back to top. Okra is the seed pod of the Abelimotius esculentatus plant. It's filled with tiny white seeds and is sometimes. Now I want to see what is it good for. Oh, you don't like the beef or the chuck I like Angus now. I do like the Angus. But the chuck, I don't think I buy chuck at all. I buy the beef and the Angus, but I want to see what it's good for. What does it do? Oh, wait a minute. What is okay, so it promotes heart health, your blood sugar regulation, and your digestion. Well, it's an antioxidant such as polyphenols reduce inflammation. Oh, okay. Low calorie vegetable, technically a fruit. Technically, it's a fruit packed with fiber, antioxidants, vitamin C, A, and K1. Oh, wow. The key benefits, it boosts heart health. The thick gel, ooh, that's the slimy part. Oh, I call that snot. Oh God, have you ever you said it? My mom puts it on top of the greens, but she'll make me a side thing of greens, right? And she puts it on top of the greens, and then when she go and pick it up with the fork, it's like that stuff slithers through the. I'm like, what in the hell is that? Oh, some people drink okra water, girl. That's doing too much. Okra can bind to cholesterol during digestions, helping to eliminate it from the body and the lower overall cholesterol levels. It manages your blood sugar. High fiber and potential anti-inflammatory compounds help stabilize blood sugar, making it a good dietary addition for diabetes management. Yeah, see, like I said, I saw, and then no, you know what? I don't think I ever seen my mom have fried okra. It's always slimy. It's always slimy. I'm like, gross. Rich in antioxidants, it provides high levels of this, that, and some of this and some of that. Supports bone health. The vitamin K, calcium and content in okra promote strong, healthy bones. Okay, let me ask you this, Beauty. Did you start eating okra because of what? Your mom, somebody made it at home and then you gave it a try. You tried it? Oh God. I can't. I can't, Beauty. I just can't. I really can't. I appreciate all of the healthiness of it. I do, but I can't try it. I just can't do it. It's the slime. I can't do that. It just looks disgusting. It looks like snot. It looks like green snot. And like I can't bring myself to eat a tomato. I just can't do it. I try and I'm like, I can't. I can't do a tomato. I cannot, for the sake of me, ever, ever eat an onion. I don't want an onion. I just can't do an onion. I try. I really, really try. Because back then, my mom and it was like, "Oh, you should try. You need to give it a try." And I really, really tried, and I felt like it was like it really hurt me. I remember when I first tried tomato. I was up on Madison Street in Chicago, and we went to Burger King. And of course, my dad, if we're going through the drive-through, he don't want to hear all of that stuff. He was like, "Everybody getting a Whopper, what's up on?" So then I remember when I looked inside my Whopper, and I was like, "What is this red thing?" So then my dad was like, "It's a tomato, and you're gonna eat it, and don't take nothing off of that burger." Shit like that, right? I'm like, okay. And he meant it too. So now I'm positioning this red thing in my burger and those white things, those circular things. And I'm like, okay, I gotta position it so that I can just let me just have a bite. And I can remember, I think that messed me up too psychologically. I think I needed to go get rehab or some help or something, right? And honey, I must have bit those things and immediately spit it out. So I think my dad, because I'm sitting behind him, probably swung back there and popped me on my leg or something about that. And da da da, and that ain't gonna kill you. And just all that kind of stuff, right? Now, I ain't like my dad either for a minute, boy. I was hot with him. Shit, I like RC. See, this why I who I am, because I make us crash this goddamn van. That's how I was, Beauty. You pissed me off like that, man. Listen here. We gonna crash this. I gotta tell you about this time when my dad tried to whoop me, girl. I don't know who he thought he was. Yeah, he was the parent, wasn't you? It took you 40 years to like tomatoes. Oh God, you eat it with zesty Italian dressing, ranch. I can stomach it now. Onions has a lot of medical properties as well. Yeah, I know. And my mom was, they tell me that they did. They did. It's like this stuff is good for you. They doing all that. I just still can't bring myself to want them. I just no. It's like with a pear. I don't eat peaches. I keep saying that. I don't eat peaches. When I went to pick a peach up in the grocery store, I was like, I like drop it. Like what's up? It's not smooth. It's like so I'm like, what is this on the peach? And why has it got like this fuzzy feel to it? Like a head. Girl, I don't want no peach. I don't want no peach. I don't want no fruit with no fuzz on it. Why is this hair-like feeling stuff texture is on the fruit? I don't eat that. I don't eat peaches. I don't eat nectarines. I don't eat no peaches, girl. That just ain't gonna happen. No. Then of course everybody got a good idea. Just shave it off. I I don't want one to shave off. You shave yours off. I don't know. But I do realize that there's a lot of nutrients that I, missed out on in life. I wouldn't eat it. But let me tell you my story about my dad, girl. This one gonna crack you up. I had to be 12, and I was just probably getting in. Now, my mom and my dad they separated. They divorced, right? So, my mom and my dad, I was just getting home from a track event out in Belvedere, Illinois, in Chicago, up in Chicago. It was about a 2-hour drive. So, hour and a half, right? So I come in the house. Now my dad got a whole nother like girlfriend, right? RC was Papa Rolling Stone. That's RC. It is what it is, right? We ain't get no shit. We ain't pay no attention to it shit. Cause long he was Rolling Stone, we got to stay outside and kick, and sit on the porch. She go, you were occupied. We ain't get no shit, girl. Like whatever. My mom is living good and doing good somewhere else. Right? So I come upstairs, right? Downstairs, I told you, that's where the brothers stayed. My dad kept us like that, and the girls, we stayed upstairs if you ain't going over, or unless we over to my mom's house, staying over there. So we had two houses, go back and forth. Doot, 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 go over there, go over there. But the boys, they like to stay downstairs, my dad, because they were freely doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. Okay? But girl, I must have come from this track meet. My sister, two of my older sisters were in the kitchen when I got in. Pat and Diane. Right. So I'm going in there. I'm getting in. So first of all, we would get scolded for walking in the house and if there's somebody there and not speaking. That was a thing in the house. You got to speak. Well, I didn't speak. Let me tell you why I didn't speak. Because I did not like my dad's girlfriend. I spoke to everybody else. I ain't speaking to this bitch, man. I just didn't like her, right? She was a gold digger. She was just there for my dad money. So my dad didn't care because, like I say, he was a Rolling Stone. As long as he was getting him some butt, he didn't care. My dad was giving away money like people give away Skittles. So I came through the door and I probably said, hey, real soft, right? So then my dad says, you can't speak. I think this is where he messed me up at. I probably should have went and got some help too for after this, right? And then I said, I did speak. He says, well, I can't hear you. And why did you not speak to Lisa? I said, I spoke, Dad. So then I proceeded on to the bedroom, get my stuff, so I can get washed off, Change my clothes because I got to kick it outside. It's time for some outside time. I got to play jump rope. I got to play Chinese rope. I got to go see what's the word on the curve. Then I got to go around here to see what the high score is on the centipede and the millipede. I got to pull that down, right? Got a few quarters now. So, okay. I was in the kitchen with my sisters. They in there laughing and talking about they went up on Madison. Talking all that stuff, right? Talking about Tony, the guy next door. The little my sister had a crush on him and all that shit, right? So I heard my dad call my name. Come here. I said, okay, I'm coming right now. I don't know if this was pick on me day or what. So I walk up there with an attitude. Doom, doom, doom. Attitude walk. Yeah. This what he told me, Beauty. Go in the kitchen and make Lisa a fried bologna sandwich. Girl. Now, mind you, I had 3 Rottweilers. 3. Heavy, Cody, Smokey. Okay? So they were up front laying down, around my dad. I think they were playing cards up there too, spades or something, right? So I said, but I'm finna go outside. I'm about to go outside. He's like, not until you make Lisa a bologna sandwich. I'm boiling. Oh, I'm boiling hot. Because mind you, Steph and Pat, and they in the kitchen. Why you ain't call them? They ain't going outside. Pat is not an outside person. Pat is a cooker. Pat in the kitchen all the time. You couldn't make you when you call Pat. He don't call me. See, now he want to get back at me because I softly spoke when I came in the house, and he already know that I didn't care for her. Okay? Pat, Diane, Stephanie, Jenny wasn't born yet. No, Jenny was a baby. Okay. Um, they never showed any attitude towards whoever my dad was. It was always me because I know like these women is only here for your money, Dad, and you like and his words was mind my business, stay in the kid's place. I'm out here trying to protect his ass. My little butt. I'm little as hell, girl. I'm like 4'10" or something. I'm like, am I gonna ever grow? I'm like this. I'm like, I'm trying to help my damn dad. Like you got sharks around you. He couldn't even see it. Blind by the booty. That's what I call my dad. Blind by the booty. But you gotta love RC, girl. RC, when I tell you is he's like a Bill Cosby, man. He really is. Give you anything. Give you his heart if he could cut it out. That's just him. So I go in the kitchen, mad. So here go Pat. I remember, just go. I'll fix it. Right? Just take it. So you will have the bologna don't go in the skillet. It goes right on the stove, so it can burn around the edge and bubble up in the middle. Then it's done. So Pat had fixed it for me and da da da. So she put it on a little saucer plate. The little sandwich, toasted it, little lettuce on it, and you got that boy over there talking about some syrup, no pancake. Like what? Like we all done been through this freaking life, right? Okay. So I can relate. And so, girl, now I'm waltzing back up to the front of that manager. I got on my outside clothes. Got my tennies on. I'm ready. I'm finna go outside. Finna go kick it with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They all outside. Gotta go kick it. So, I walk up front. Heavy Cody Smokey jumps up. I told him I'm ordering them to sit down, right? Because I'm not going to take them out right now. Y'all sit down, chill, do my dad. You need to get these dogs and da, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they fine. They ain't going outside right now. They on a time schedule. So I'll be back to take them out. So I get close over to the table. They playing cards, all right. Round table. Girl, I must have took that. I don't know. It was me getting closer to her where my blood started boiling, girl. It's just something. And she knew I didn't like it. She knew it, right? Girl, I took that little salsa plate and slid the plate on the table. Like a frisbee. I was like, I didn't think that the damn plate was going to slide off on the other side. Girl, Cody got there and ate the damn sandwich. Now, mind you, my dad jumped up, girl, jumped up. What the hell wrong with you? And so I'm like, oh shit. Listen, he gonna have to catch me. He gonna have to catch me. You messing with a track star. He gonna have to catch me. This ain't even about to go down this way. Girl, but Pat and him hear me running down the hall. I'm gone, right? I run down the hall. My dad on my tail. He on me, girl. He on me, right? He ready. Pat swung the back door open for me, girl. She was dead on beat with it. Boom, open the door. Dad, she gone. Jotted down them stairs, girl. I'm gone, right? I got to get down to the first floor. I'm gone. I look back, right? There was no dad. So I'm like, okay, I can't go back in the house right now, right? Because he finna whoop me. So I come up through the side of the house, right? Just shoes and everything, girl. I come out the gate. Whew, I got my breath. I'm relaxing. I'm chilling, right? I'm finna walk down there, kick it with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? Those are some quadruplets. They sisters, right? Go down there, kick it with them for a minute, right? Before I go down, where else I was going, right? Girl, I got halfway to their house, right? They was like 6 houses down from me. And I kind of got a little Brit. I'm like getting down there, and they, Jack, hey, you outside, yeah, what's up? Let's get a crack. Let's go to the game room. Let's kick it right. Girl, Sunday, yeah. Jackie! And I'm like, what? Yo, dad behind you. And I was like, girl. RC went to go put his shoes. Baby, when I tell you RC chased my ass, he couldn't catch me though. I'm a track star. He can't fuck with me. Right? He got tired all the way to the end of the block, girl. I finally looked back and now I had a godmama. Stayed over on Lawndale, off over there, right? She stayed on Lawndale, and we get dropped off over there when we were real little, like to the ABC Youth Center over there, right? We used to go over there. So where else would I have? I gotta go to my godmama house. Y'all can't go back home. Hell no. My mama was like, "Where you at? What's going on with you and your dad?" I'm like, I'm over. She knew where I was. That's where we were supposed to go, at Stella house, right? So my dad called Estella, Mama Stella, and he telling her, "Well, you need to send her home, and I'm on my way to get her." She's like, "No, you're not." He says, "No, you're not. Y'all both need to calm down. You both got bullheads. You both think." She says, "No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not coming to get her. Just let her be. Y'all need to cool off. She told me what happened. You know how she feel about, Lisa, and blah, blah, blah. And then you going at," she said, "She told me everything. She told me everything, RC. Now, that's my babies here. You ain't finna touch them." So I literally stayed over there about a week, a whole entire week. So then my dad calls. He goes, "You can send her home. I ain't gonna bother her." So I ain't gonna bother her. And so I'm like, okay. He says, "Well," as Stella said, my mama Stella said, "You can head on home." He gave me his word. He ain't gonna bother you. I'm like, okay. So I went home after school the next day, right? So I get upstairs, right, after school. He's sitting up there, right? Ain't nobody there. Him and my couple of brothers or something sitting around, and the dogs now. My brothers, if they gonna see to my dogs when I'm not there, right? They gonna see to them. So he looked at me. He said, "Oh, you a little fast ass something, huh? I ain't know your ass can run like that, huh? Your ass is a runner, huh?" He said, I almost caught you though." Nigga, you ain't almost caught shit. I left your ass in the dust. You got me fucked up. That was a moment that I will never, ever, ever in my lifetime forget about RC, man. RC was crazy, man. I gave him a run for his money though. But he ain't never asked me to do no shit like that ever no more for her. Ever. Ever. Nothing. Don't have me to go get nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Or we're going to have the same damn outcome of this situation. I don't like her. My sisters deal with her. They laugh and they go play. Nothing. So I know then that I grew having my dad mentality. I absolutely have like probably 80% of his DNA. Like seriously, I am RC in the making, man. I'm a duplicate of him. That's crazy as hell. My mom is sweet. She's the resolver and and stuff like that. You'll never see her out of character and mean and stuff like that. She's also the giver. She's also her and my dad is a giver, but my mom, no, you'll never catch her like that. But me and my dad, shit, we blow up. Like what the fuck? It just so happened that we now at each other. So how is this gonna work out? Because mentally, I am you. And so how you gonna battle up against you? You this is your creation. I'm like, so you need to bag it down, bro. Bag it down. But that, yeah, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that shit, though. Trying to catch me, chasing me outside, looking silly. Oh, go sit down. You ain't finna catch me. I'm the fastest on the freaking block. I'm the fastest in the freaking neighborhood. What? Like that's just how I was. But it was crazy. Then I had. Let me tell you one more story. My I was off at the track meet. I think we were out at Kennedy. We were out south somewhere. The name of that damn school, right? Wasn't it was way out. And I'm known in the neighborhood to be on Millipede and Centipede if you can't find me. That's the place where I'm at, little, right? I'm going to play Millipede, Centipede. I got to keep that high score on there, right? So that's when I have my downtime. Other than that, I'm out on the track field. Okay. I was deep in track, y'all. So I guess this particular day, my sister, the one that's a year and a half over me, not my two oldest ones, so that one, right? I guess she decided to go and mess with the arcades. She was around there, from what I heard. So then I can't lie. Over at the Fillmore Park area is where the big everybody go for the swimming. Now, it may sound strange to say, but at that age, 12 and 13 or something like that, right? I had beef with the people across the park, man. I had beef with them, man. And so I left and I was going to track meet. My sister ended up going around the corner to the game room. Well, they thought that that was me in the game room. They got word back that I was in the game room. That wasn't me. That was my sister, man. So, mind you, I get back, right? And all I know is my sister Diane got stitches and a whole bunch of shit, right? And I'm like, what happened? And so and so. They pulled up on the block. They pulled up on the block, still thinking that's me. Like, y'all, I started the beef. Like, y'all know me. How did y'all take my sister from being me, right? So, my dad, unfortunately, had put a 4 foot fence around the grass that has the spikes on the top of them because everybody kept walking across his grass and he had, the best grass on the block. He was like, y'all gonna stay y'all ass off my grass. So he called himself fixing the problem that way, right? So I guess all this fighting and stuff jumped down. Now, here's the thing. They actually thought, I guess, Diane was by herself. Man, I tell y'all, Pat and now Stephanie is a me. I'm a Stephanie. We duplicate. However, Stephanie ain't finna be out there in a bunch of shit. But if you bring it to the door, you got a problem. So they thought that I guess Diane was by herself sitting out on the block. And they all pulled up, right? Biker shorts. That's when the biker short times was out, man. I kept biker shorts. I love biker shorts. They were cute then, girl. Especially when I was out riding on my moped. I'm going to tell y'all that story too, though. Cause ain't got nothing to do. But listen, they pull up on the front porch, and one of them come behind, from what I heard, start dragging Diane off the front porch or whatever. Now Diane is a fighter. We all fighters, man. We got brothers, and they fighting. My sister fight. So Stephanie started hearing some commotion out, in the window. So she looked out. So then she said she started screaming, Pat, we got, like, we got action. They down there. Somebody's jumping on down. So they shoot down, dart down the stairs or whatever. So I was told that it was all in. All in, y'all. They were going at it. I ain't even nowhere around. They looking for me. So, wait, the story gets good. So, they ended up leaving, running off, leaving. And we told you we gonna fuck you up. We told you we gonna get you. We got your ass. Right. So my sisters and them, they still confused. So now my dad hired that, asking my sister them like, yeah, you know these girl? What these girl? Who these girl? Blah blah blah. So then Diane said, I think that they thought I was, Jack. I think I was, because they were saying my name and all this stuff. Boy, when I got home, here come RC again with the bullshit. What did you get into? Who is all these people? And da-da-da. I was like, I'm going to handle it. Now, how? I'm out here like 13. I'm going to handle this. I'm finna handle this. I'm finna go across the park, right? I'm finna go pull up, right? You going to get your ass upstairs. Get your ass upstairs. Now, mind you, he sent me up there. My dad sent me off, right? Because he knew that my sisters was finna get me. Man, they jumped my ass in the house, man. And my dad, he let them, man. He gave them about 5 minutes to wear my ass out, man. They wore my ass out up there, right? Like, you always out here keeping up. So I'm like, no, that's not how it happened. They didn't let me tell the damn story. What had happened was me wearing them freaking biking shorts, and I be out over there in the playground, probably playing rope or something like that. Well, these girls, they was hating on my goddamn bike shorts. That what the fuck happened? And then of course one girl jealous, and then this girl, then this. Next thing I know, they want to gang me. And I ain't finna bag down from nobody. So that's what had happened. It was the biker shorts. Okay. So, okay. And now, what was the other story I was going to tell y'all about? I forgot. Wait, let me think about it. I forgot about it. Anywho, maybe that's the end. I shared too much. So, but yeah, those were the days of my lives. But anyways, man, I had a fabulous freaking childhood life. I don't think that there's anything that I would have traded. I don't think if I go back and try to rewrite history, nah, I would keep everything exactly how it went. There's nothing that I would want to change. Absolutely nothing. I love the home that we stayed. I loved the neighborhood. I loved it. I mean, I loved it all, man. I loved the high school. I loved the grade schools. I loved the friends that I grew with, even though I don't recognize any of them anymore. And you can say I might go to certain events and people be like, hey, and they'll say my name, and I'll be like, okay, who are you? I don't know these people. It's because I've been gone so long, but I was trying to think of the other. I remember the bike. Thank you, Louisa. We remembered at the same time. Same damn time. Okay, so now I am 15. Okay. So I take one of my other best friends, right, Red, and I take her. We go, I buy 2 mopeds, right? $1,000 a piece. I know I got $1,000 at 15. I know. I told y'all all that story, right? So I get 2 of them, right? Man, we out riding them every day, right? But we kind of stayed around the neighborhood. So now we go outside the neighborhood. We go up down the Pulaski Road, right? And then you can put these on the street, right? They can go on the street, right? So we ride and we ride. Here we go again. Got those biker shorts on, girl. We getting down. Now, this is a short story, but a funny story. So, we get like past Jackson and Pulaski, I think. past the library. Now all of a sudden here come the guys with the hip hop music, beating boom 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 boom. That's all you'll hear. You'll hear no lyrics. It's boom boom, trunk rattling, boom boom. Right? I'm mad at my business. I'm biking along. Right? Red bone, everything, right? So they start hollering at us. Hey, pull over. Like, no, you driving. Like, no, no, we ain't pulling over. Caprice, right? Caprice. That's her name, Caprice. That's Red's name, real name, Caprice. Got so Caprice goes. Let's see what I'm like. Let's go, cause we was actually going somewhere. We got to get there, right? So now we getting ready to go across Madison. Most busiest goddamn street ever. This is where all your shopping stores are at, the flea market. It was Three Sisters, Gold Blast, all of that stuff up there, right? Mind you now the guys is still following. Okay. So Caprice turns around. I don't know if she forgot that you're driving a moped. So I'm blowing at her because I can see she's not focusing on where she's going, right? Let me tell y'all. Why Caprice went through Three Sisters' front window. Straight through it, y'all. Y'all. That ain't funny because she was hurt. Man, she went straight through the goddamn window. Now, where's the guys at? Still driving off, laughing their ass off. You can hear all of this, right? My girl was hurt, y'all. We had to get an ambulance. We never made it to the destination. We ain't do none of that. And guess what? Okay, the Three Sister didn't sue. We made little phone calls or this or that, and then they came up there and worked it all out, and everything was paid under the cover for the damages and shit like that. But baby, I tell Chris, I'll never forget this day. The girl sitting there, flirting back, hollering back at the guys, and her cycle moped was veering off, and I'm blowing like praise. Before we know it, and she's still at like the top speed too, man. Before we know it, man, that damn bike done went through Three Sisters first. She was just cut up a little bit. The moped was kind of destroyed, so I was now left, riding myself before. I graduated and go to the big cycles out there, but that shit had me cracking up. I'll never in my life forget that one at all. But then after that, we just kind of spent a lot of time chilling up at the Wisconsin Dales and the cabin homes and stuff like that. We would just go up there on randoms just to relax and chill, have a good day. But yeah, that was my day. What time is it? Am I done? Ooh, y'all working with me today. I'm supposed to be out of here in no time. So, but yeah, that's it about me. That's enough about me. Have a little laughter with y'all. So now I am going to go. Beauty, I'm gonna call you and as soon as I get off on my way home. Then I'm going to relax for a minute, and then I think that it will be fun for us to go over this session of pop that balloon. This one here really caught my attention, and I just want us to laugh and have some fun about it. And then I'm going to get off and then retire to bed. I enjoyed my time with you ladies today, Vet. I hope you had a beautiful Mother's Day. And thanks for popping in, sweetheart, hitting the like button. But I'm going to go ahead on and tidy up this stuff in here of my phone. And see y'all hopefully tonight. I know if I'm not on by 9:30, then I'm gonna have to do it another day. Something came up. I do know that for sure. But if I'm on by 9, then y'all know I'm on by 9. But by 9:30, if I'm not popped on by then, yeah, something else came up. So I'll talk to y'all later. Beauty, you should be done cooking by the time I gotta call you. So bye guys. Thanks for coming, and later.